It's real and it's surreal. 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 And it's surreal. It's real. And it's real. It's real. And it's real. It's real. And it's real. It's real.
I guess it's real. Sounds like it's real. I mean, I don't know if it's fake or not. Could be fake. Could be completely fake and we just don't know. You know? What does Ben think?
And it's real. It's real. And it's real.
I guess it's real. This Cisco's never wrong. You are preparing yourselves for a night of hilarity with the Tokyo Gaijin Versus series. We're going to be taking a look at Star Trek Continues, Episode 3, The Fairest of Them All. Coming up in about 20 minutes or so, we're going to start the main broadcast. Welcome to the pregame. Really nothing much going on right now. We're just... I don't know who this we is. I am waiting on Omnicast.net to be able to come into the backstage. And so I can put him up here and embarrass him. Have some fun. But welcome to it, folks. I'm glad you guys have, ladies and gentlemen, have been able to join us for this broadcast. We've been live for the last 11 minutes, coming up right now. Just some background noise and things like that, just to entertain you while we wait. So how's everybody else doing tonight? I want to see Brad Wolf. I see him in the chat on both the Rumble side and the YouTube side. Here's his Rumble greeting. John DeMarco was in here probably a few hours ago. Push till it gives. He leaves. John DeMarco is currently engaged in other activities. He said he might join us in the chat stream, in the chat rooms. And that's awesome, because today he's taking a day off, or a week off, I should say, from his normal duties hosting Jeopardy on his channel, which I can't push enough. This game is awesome. Brad Wolf's clone on Rumble. Indeed. He's either a clone or violating the temporal accords and appearing in two places at once. Or he's got Hermione's magic time thingy that allows her to be in two places at once. I'm not sure which. And I don't think he's going to tell us. Those are state secrets and we'll probably have to get vaporized. Case. We're Trek fans. Not really Harry Potter fans, although some of us probably are Harry Potter fans. But yeah, I found something very disturbing on Trek Movie. Here I go again with Trek Movie. This is a pre-game show, so really not much to it, just to show stuff around here. And let's take a look at this thing. Stop screen. I don't know why it's. I gotta choose. And my very good friend Bird of Prey 5 is in the house. Kapla Bird. I hope you are well and doing good. Paramount Plus is apparently shopping itself to Peacock. This is incredibly huge if you are a Trek fan. It is equally huge if you are an enemy of New Trek. And as you can see, Anthony Pasquale decided to sell himself out and make his own banner for absolutely no reason whatsoever. This reeks of desperation, folks. But how ironic would it be that Star Trek would go exclusively to Peacock, the network that gave Star Trek a chance, thanks to Desi Arnaz and Lucille Ball, and then canceled it 3 years later. Although some people might find it ironic that a network that initially canceled Trek or didn't cancel it, rejected Trek in the first place. A lot of non-canon stuff here. Where's Captain Kirk? Not even New Kirk is there. Not even what's his face? Chris Pine is there. They have completely flushed the character, and they continue to do so. They've got his animated self here, but nothing here. Every other series has a face of their captain on it. But Shatner, Jim Kirk, is nowhere to be found. Let's see if anybody here down has any idea. No, we're not going to give these fools the time of day here. But yeah, that's the big news coming out of Star Trek, folks. Might be going back to NBC, who originally aired the thing. What do you guys think? Should it go back to NBC, or are you guys thrilled about the idea of Star Trek returning to NBC? I'm not. I couldn't care either way, to be honest with you. Because Trek is dead. Long live the classics. Boom. The cowards are afraid of the greatest captain in a long line of great captains. Indeed. Very well said. So, Sonequa Martin Green has said that there's going to be very big things for Star Discovery Season 5. No, I just refuse to use the words Star, Trek, and I go all sorts of Joe Biden when it comes to trying to put those three words in succession. Herpes. It's called herpes. So Sonequa Martin Green said that there's going to be big things for the season and series finale of Herpes. And one of the things that I can guarantee, and I'm calling it right now, is that something will happen with Mikey Spock that will just bring you to tears and make you happy. Adira will become the first gender-neutral, quote-unquote, captain of an Enterprise. Discovery will be rechristened as the USS Enterprise NCC 1701 XXX. Fill in the blanks with that. And riding on the coattails of the successful run of Star Trek Picard Season 3, they're going to try and mimic that and try to recreate the magic by teasing us with an Adira-led series on board the new Starship Enterprise. And conclude with Saru becoming president of the Federation. Roll credits. Hello, John. Welcome, my friend, to the pregame rant. But we are not going to get the ending that we truly want, which is Discovery is destroyed and Michael Burnham dies a horrible, painful death. Most of the crew gets spaced, which takes care of the diversity hires. I don't care about Saru becoming president. He can become president of the Federation. That'd be awesome. But the whole thing just blows up. All the characters we hate, which is most of them, die horribly. And the show ends in failure on one of the worst notes in Trek history. Roll credits. And I joke, but I think I'm going to watch party the ending credits of the series finale and celebrate that this massive monstrosity that went wrong is over. Herpes will go down as probably one of the worst television shows in the history of television. As of right now, Paramount does not have any solid numbers for Herpes. Bird's making a prediction, which I fear will probably come true. It appeared as the president of Earth. The only thing that she'll ever be president of is in fiction. But man, that left a sour taste in my mouth. I almost puked when she stepped out of the shuttle in that final episode last season. Oh my goodness. Just when you think herpes couldn't get any worse, it turns into AIDS. With this. And Trek movie lit up on fire. I can't believe Stacey Abrams. She's such an inspiration. Well, half of these people that are on Trek movie are white, and she hates white people. She's a racist. This is turning into a political show. But unfortunately, that's what Herpes is. It's a political show. It's not an escape. It's not Star Trek recognizable at all. I mean, they threw in no, they didn't. They threw in Jeffrey Hunter and Leonard Nimoy twice. And name dropped a bunch of people, but it's not Star Trek. It's really not. It's somebody's sick and twisted holoprogram. I think. I don't know whose it is, because not even Barclay's holodeck fantasies were this bad. I think that might happen, Bird. I really think that might happen, and I'm so scared that it will. I think she's coming back. Ugh. Like, the gap in her teeth are as wide as the Bajoran wormhole, stretching from one end of the Alpha Quadrant to the other end of the Gamma. Ugh. Besides the fact that she's ugly. One of the worst human beings on Earth. Yeah. But I digress, ladies and gentlemen. Boys and girls, children of all ages. We're coming down to the 9-minute mark before we go live. And are awaiting omnicast.net to get back here so that we can might start things without him. Omni, hurry up. I'm pretty sure he can hear me. Probably paying his alms to the Malon Waste Management Company in his apartment. Time to take out the garbage. So that's it, folks. That's what we've got going on in the world of Star Trek. Folks, if you're watching this on replay, Let me know what you think in the comments below about herpes, also known as Discovery, going off the air, and what your predictions for the final, the finale is going to be. My ultimate prediction, which I can guarantee 100% will happen, is that after the credits, it'll fade to black and logos, and that'll be the end of it. We're done. Hopefully. Unfortunately, folks, we are not done with herpes, as we've got Starfleet Academy coming up, which is supposedly a Tilly-led show, who I predict in my fantasy ending of herpes that when she gets space, she gets eaten by a Gormagander, space whale. And that would be our first actual on-screen cannibalism that we've seen in Star Trek, and she would make fine history if that were to happen. On all seriousness, folks, she's going to sign off for Starfleet Academy, and then that's going to be the end of her until we get that monstrosity. Suction 31 is coming out, or Suction 69, as I like to call it, and it's just going to be flat out bad. I'm going to hate watch all of this, so get ready. I think, folks, I'm going to definitely have a weekly program where I will hate watch and unfortunately have to give my thoughts about this. Not like most of you would have already heard the majority of the people by the time I get a chance to watch and release my reaction videos. Because Nerdrotic and Computing Forever, Dave Cullen, and most of us in the community would have already released their videos by the time I get around to it. So that will be that. You can probably look forward to that, or I might have a chaotic town hall trashing it. Who knows? Yeah, that might be a good idea to bring back the town hall one last time and just trash herpes all day long. So once again, folks, you have tuned in to Tokyo Gaijin Versus. We're supposed to be here with Omnicast.net, who is on his way. And we will be watching Star Trek Continues, the fairest of them all, starring Vic Mignogna as Captain James T. Kirk. Mirror Captain James T. Kirk. Actually, he plays Kirk twice in this. A nice little homage and reenactment of the final scenes of Mirror Mirror coming up. Just a little bit of a spoiler warning for those of you who have not seen it. Expect that. This is probably one of the most successful fan films that they have done in this production. And we are going to lambast what we can lambast. But hopefully you're going to be along for the ride with us. And if you're watching this on replay, you can fast forward to that by scrubbing down below, and then you can see where we start. Just look for the poop animations, which will be coming up very soon, and that'll be that. It is indeed very sweet. So, folks, we will begin in about 4 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and go off and change the background music here. This is Melancholy Full by Ben Sound. But you'll we will be live. We are live. But we will begin in about less than 4 minutes. Maybe 3 and change. So stay tuned, folks. We'll return in just a few minutes.
A presentation of the Tokyo Gaijin channel.
And welcome to Tokyo Gaijin versus Tiger Uppercut.
Tiger!
Yoga Fire.
that was Jeopardy last week. Is that what it was?
Yeah.
You said sure you can.
Yep.
We go, no, Tiger.
You lose. Perfect.
Oh man, how's it going, everybody? How you doing, Tokyo?
I'm doing great, Omni. Welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you all for joining us. Oh, speaking of Tiger Uppercut, I think I showed you this one.
Yeah.
This is a little short film that I've got uploaded to my StreamYard, and you'll like it. So this punk apparently got drunk and started challenging somebody, and this dude throws cards at him, and he goes down like a punk.
Like playing cards?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or business cards or something. I don't know what he threw at him, but I remixed the video so it's like a Street Fighter scene. So
I love that.
You lose. Perfect.
That's great. Very nice.
Sonic.
There's quite a few on YouTube where you see like the 2 life meters on there. You know what I'm saying? And you see the music playing, and those are funny. Anytime I see those, like one time a guy was boxing like a kangaroo or something in Australia, right?
Saw that.
You know that?
Did he lose with the kangaroo?
Yeah, I think he did. And then there was one where it was like a preacher that was a real, evangelical preacher that was touching all the audience, and every time he touched them, it was like boom, boom, kept falling down.
That's terrible.
Yeah, exactly.
Terrible.
Oh, it was funny.
Oh man.
But I've been looking forward to this literally all week. And are you sure we haven't done this one before? Because
1,000%.
Okay, because I remember we talked about it. I did prep work. Like I watched Mirror Mirror, and I even watched, I think, all the Enterprise Mirror episodes too. And I guess something happened. I think you maybe had to reschedule or something. I don't think it was me, but maybe whatever it was, we never did it. But I thought maybe we did do it, and YouTube took it down for some reason because maybe you clipped something. But that wasn't the case, huh? That we never did this one before.
Never.
Okay. This is a good one.
Yes, it is. John DeMarco saying that this is awesome earlier in the chat, which I believe it was.
Yes. Hey, John. Welcome.
And,
hey, Pat. What's up?
Patrick's in the
Yeah. John DeMarco, Brad. Well, yeah, everybody here. Berto Prey. Oh, my goodness. Welcome, everybody. This is nice.
Here.
The whole family's here.
Oh, yeah.
Wow. This is good. Stacey Abrams will be president of the Federation. Yes. Well,
yeah,
she is technically, right? On that universe.
Earth.
Yeah, of Earth. True. The Cardassian hybrid is the president of the Federation.
Yeah, the only way she'll ever be elected and be president of anything is in Star Trek.
It won't be in real life, right?
Yeah,
that's true.
And it's not even Star Trek anyway. It's an STD. It's herpes.
STD, the gift that keeps on giving.
Yep. It keeps on burning too.
That's right.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, so let's go ahead and jump into the main content, which you clicked on this for. We are going to be watching episode 3 of Star Trek Continues Fairest of Them All. If have been here in the chat since I started streaming the pregame, you know what we're going up against here. The video is on Star Trek Continues YouTube channel. Currently has 200,000 subscribers. But this has been up for a lot longer than a year. I think this was a re-upload. And since the re-upload, it's garnered 297,807 views.
I just want to say this. I mean, it's a continuation of the Star Trek, the original series episode, Mirror Mirror, in a fan fiction version. So it's like Mirror Mirror ends, this episode picks right up. No spoilers. I'm just kind of setting the stage here. And in my opinion, I think we can talk about this at the end, I can't see the Star Trek writers doing a much better job than what was done here. I mean, as far as, right? I mean, I'm not spoiling it. We're going to get into it, beat by beat, but it's top quality. For fan fiction, it is top quality. And of course, the production is up there, but the writing is also very good.
And I've already spoiled the opening couple of seconds there with the reenactment of Mirror Mirror, the ending of Mirror Mirror, but you will find that it's You know what? Forget it. I'm not gonna say what you're gonna find. Let's just find it and do it.
Do it. Do it. We'll do it live.
We'll do it live.
I'll write it and we'll do it live.
Time's up.
Did you like that? I happen to just be watching that episode. I wasn't looking for that clip, but I'm like, oh, I gotta get my phone out. I have to record this. Okay.
The garbage. Flat out murders the Malon.
Target their cargo hold. I was laughing.
Blew up the entire ship.
That's right. Time to take
Good
out the
job
garbage.
killing everybody.
Nice way to start launch season 5, right? That's a nice way to kick it off with a you know. All right.
You ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
All right. If everybody else in the audience is ready, like it or not, here we go.
Yes.
They got the music right this time.
Yes, they did. They did.
You must return to your universe. I must have my captain back. I shall operate the transporter. You have 2 minutes and 10 seconds.
For that time, I have something to say. How long before the Hulkin prediction of galactic revolt is realized?
Approximately 240 years.
The inevitable outcome.
The Empire shall be overthrown, of course.
The logic of waste, Mr. Spock. Waste of lives, potential, resources, time. I submit to you that your empire is illogical, because it cannot endure. I submit that you are illogical.
You.
To be a willing part of it.
You have 1 minute and 23 seconds.
If change is inevitable, predictable, beneficial, doesn't...
You have 1 minute left.
Okay, Mr. Metron. First Federation.
Yeah.
Baylock. But this, he must, I mean, they even got the angle right. They got beat for beat this scene, everything. I mean, he must have practiced in the mirror how many times? His Shatner right here, right?
Vic looks like Shatner.
He does everything. The little tuft of hair over his forehead. I mean, they got this exactly like the original. It's perfect.
Incredible.
Logic demand that you be a part of it.
One man cannot summon the future.
But one man can change the present. Be the captain of this enterprise, Mrs. Spock. Find a logical reason for sparing the Hulkins and make it stick. Push till it gives. You can defend yourself better than any man in the fleet. Captain, get in the chamber. What about it, Spock?
A man must also have the power.
In my cabin.
She kind of looks like Barbara Luna.
Very much. They did a great job casting her. Her voice is different, obviously.
Yeah.
But they casted her very well. The costumes are impeccable too. I mean, they're just perfect.
Advice that will make you invincible.
Indeed.
What'll it be? Past, future, tyranny, or freedom? It's up to you.
It is time.
In every revolution, there's one man with a vision.
What man?
Captain Kirk, I shall consider it.
I believe this was the premiere of their definitive McCoy.
Oh, this was the episode. Okay, got it.
Yeah. This guy, I don't know his name, but he is a fantastic McCoy.
He's good. He's
You
good.
know
Better
it
than the
was
first one. Yeah, you're right. Got the transporter effect right too. That was good.
Look at her face. She's like, oh, God, what's coming through now?
Mr. Spock, what'd you do to my transport? What the devil's going on, Mr. Spock?
It is agreeable to see you again, Captain. It appears you were temporarily interchanged with counterparts from a parallel universe. Most of the crew is unaware of these events. I was able to...
I know what happened, Spock. I want to know why. Who's responsible?
The ion storm created a transporter irregularity, resulting in a transposition of the landing party's quantum wave signatures. Chief Kyle was at the controls. He has been disciplined.
Your agonizer, please.
He better have been. Mr. Scott.
Sir.
Check the transporter relays, make sure this doesn't happen again.
Aye.
I trust the Hulkins have been dealt with. Apparently, I have to do everything myself, don't I? Kirk to bridge. Is the Hulkin capital city in firing range?
Coming around again in 4 minutes, sir.
Good. On my way.
Welcome back, Captain.
See you in my quarters.
Didn't they? The model of the ship,
Captain on the bridge.
wasn't it different on the remastered version? If I remember correctly, the ship did fly the other direction like it is here. But didn't they use the cage version of the Enterprise with the spikes on the nacelles and the bigger deflector dish or dish, I should say?
Find out.
And I thought they missed it on this one, unless they figured that was a mistake on the remastered version. But I know it did look different.
Yep.
On those Blu-rays. Okay.
I found it on image search, and yeah, it does have the nacelle
spiky
spike.
things, right? And then the dish was bigger, the navigational deflector, whatever.
Yeah, that is the Piker prize.
So they chose not to use this one, which I guess they made a decision consciously to do that. They probably figured that the chip should be the same, just, they made a mistake on the Blu-ray or something. Maybe that's what they thought, but...
more than likely.
Yeah. And that actress playing the girl, I mean, she's good, but her voice, as you can see, isn't as like deep and sultry as the original actress was. But she's good. But it's different.
I like her.
Oh, no, totally.
Yeah, I'm trying to find something. Okay, yeah, I found exactly what I was looking for. I'm going to upload it to StreamYard and use that as kind of like on a soundboard type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
You'll see in a minute.
Okay. Lieutenant, get the Hulkins on screen. Where's my navigator?
Captain, Mr. Chekhov.
Ensign Chekhov, return to your station immediately.
It is merciful of you to forgive Mr. Chekhov after his assassination attempt. I agree that the agony booth made a sufficient impression.
We'll see.
It's looking like all crap.
What's the holdup, Lieutenant? Do you have them?
Counselor Tharn, standing by.
Here's the original guy.
Your time has run out.
That was him?
I'm tired of playing with you.
Oh,
This is no game, Captain Kirk.
Really?
Oh, no, it's not. You have 30 seconds to relinquish your dilithium crystals. This face is the last one you'll see.
That would be most unwise, Captain. But we're prepared to die to protect what we hold dear.
Have it your way. Start the countdown. Ready, phasers. Wait. Load photon torpedo tubes. Full spread.
Captain, the Hulkins have no planetary defense grid. A torpedo barrage is unnecessary. The radiation fallout would likely annihilate the entire population.
Overkill.
Fitting, isn't it? An example to all who defy the Empire.
Full intensity.
Captain, if I may,
Genocide.
logic dictates that the survival of the Hulkin civilization
prepare to commit
could prove
genocide. Full
profitable
intensity.
Full intensity.
for many years to come. You could be the first to set the precedent of diplomacy that could yield long-term benefits. I would recommend lesser measures.
You've given me much to think about, Mr. Spock.
please, you can let me do something.
Fire.
This is crazy here. What's this?
I don't think you played.
Is that enough torpedoes? Is that enough? I mean, what? Yes.
That's why. The volume is down too low.
Oh, the Wilhelm scream, huh? Oh my god. That's crazy.
Space.
Now, John did
Final
confirm
conquest.
they used the pilot version of the model. Okay, so he was saying, yeah. Hulkins got smashed.
Smash!
These are the voyages.
Half.
There it is.
Smash.
Its continuing mission: to discover and subjugate strange new worlds,
Subjugate
to advance
strange
the new world, vanquish all who stand against us, to conquer the galaxy for the glory of the Empire.
Wow. What is this? Naked Gun?
And it's surreal! It's real! And it's surreal!
Oh man, who gave you control of the soundboard? Now we're in trouble.
First Officer's personal log. Captain Kirk has annihilated the Hulk and people.
He sure
And
has.
I was unable to prevent it. I find myself torn between loyalty to the Empire and the logic which predicts its inevitable demise.
Status
Wait until they show her again. I gotta say something.
Yeah.
report.
All torpedoes impacted.
Smith has never looked good. Has never looked as good as she does here.
Yeah, no, she's very attractive and she looks good. Question though, I mean, the Hulkins, are they good in both universes? Is that one of the some of the species are just good everywhere, and they're just good on both. Yeah. They're not evil. They're not twisted in the mirror universe, huh?
Yeah. The only difference now is that one of them is dead. Very
one of their civilizations is dead, and the main one is alive. Okay.
Yeah. Genocide at full intensity.
That was crazy with the torpedoes. I mean, I guess that's how it would be, but you never saw that in the original series, right? That's General Order 24 right there. You just saw it. You just got a glimpse of what it would look like, right? Okay, that's it.
Poor Mini R7. Can you imagine?
Yeah. That would be. Yeah.
Oh.
To Captain, the Hulkin cities have been destroyed.
Thank you, Ken. Mr. Spock, would you mind telling me what just happened?
Sorry.
Since when do you question Imperial orders?
I merely pointed out the obvious advantages of an alternate course of action, which you elected to ignore.
Try to
We're
relax
contact
your
Starfleet.
anus.
Let them know that I have completed the mission. Notify them that strict mining of the planet's dilithium can proceed. Also, make note of Mr. Spock's objection.
Aye, sir.
Ensign Chekhov reporting. Captain, I wish to thank you for permitting me to resume my duties.
I trust you've learned your lesson, Ensign.
Yes, sir.
Good. Take him back to the agony booth.
But Captain!
I changed my mind.
Sir, you said!
I changed my mind! Lieutenant, have Mr. Leslie report to the navigation
Screaming.
Aye, sir. Captain,
Oh, good.
I'm reading additional detonations beneath the planet's crust.
What sort of detonations?
It looks like our torpedo barrage triggered a reaction in the planet's dilithium strata. The crystal lattices are being destroyed.
Here's your electric charges, Captain. No doubt planted by the Hulkins.
Kirk, transport
Evil Hulkins.
Scotty, beam as many dilithium crystals as possible directly to the cargo bay immediately.
Captain, with all these explosions, there's no way to get a lock. Besides,
It's Bobby Rice.
Is that him?
Yep, that's Bobby Rice. Who was
So-
Peter Kirk.
That was.
In the
Oh yeah.
first
Oh wait,
one.
with the long hair, right? He grew his hair long in the.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. That is him.
He jumped ship and now is this poor bastard.
transported circuits are still damaged from the site.
Don't need excuses, Mr. Scott. I need solutions. Are you capable of providing them?
I'll get right on it, sir.
The dilithium was rigged to explode. Why didn't you detect that?
Captain, I advised against this course of action.
I told you so.
Logical
I told you
decision
so.
was to-
You're not paid to lecture me in logic, Mr. Spock. You're paid to do your job.
I believe I am, sir.
Credits. Command of your own.
I can get that for you.
Power Spock.
I'll be in my quarters.
The evil Hulkins are the ones that planted the charges. That's
Yeah.
my theory, right? So the good Hulkins wouldn't have done that, right? And then,
Or maybe they did,
okay,
but
there has to be
Instead
some
of-
difference between them. There has to be some difference. Like,
yeah.
You know, the evil Hulk says, we're going to blow this. We're going to blow these up. We're not just complete pacifists. If we can't have these crystals, nobody's going to get them.
Yeah, Kirk would have been like, okay, fine, be that way. But they probably had the charges for the Klingons in the regular universe.
Oh, okay. It could be. Yeah, that's possible.
Whereas here, they've got the charges set up for these guys. They knew they were coming.
Lieutenant.
Commander, don't look at me. The captain's enemies aren't around long, and I don't intend to be.
Commander, 3 Andorian vessels dropping out of warp just outside the system.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, and Omnicast, see if you guys can spot the next cameo.
Computer, analysis of approaching ships.
Working. Kamari-class battle cruisers. Armaments, 180-degree particle cannons. Hull composition, duranium alloy.
One Tokyo, one bridge.
But I prefer the weapon systems on the E.
Dorney. I guess Dorney was free to do a cameo.
Yes, he was. That's him.
Doesn't Marina do the voice of the computer sometimes too?
She
on the
does.
series?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. When they're, not in the mirror universe.
Okay.
Top of the line. We're receiving a transmission from the Andorians. They say they witnessed the destruction of the Hulkins, and they no longer recognize the authority of the Terran Empire.
How dare they?
It has begun.
To quote Greta Bradwolf, how dare they?
They eat their toast unbuttered. The heathens.
They had pineapple on their pizza too.
Oh, sacrilege.
What has?
Revolution, Lieutenant.
Hawaiian pizza, the official pizza of the Mirror Universe's Terran Empire.
Oh, yuck. Yuck.
Doesn't belong.
The only thing is, didn't Spock say it was 200 years until this revolution happened? All of a sudden, it happened immediately. Like, I mean, that was pretty fast. It's pretty fast. Just saying.
Revolution.
What's wrong?
I'll tell you what's wrong.
She's like, what's wrong?
What's wrong has pointed ears and a knack for insubordination.
Brandy. Give me my brandy.
Just give me the brandy.
That's what I was thinking.
Spock's been the best first officer I could ever hope for. What's he playing at?
Bridge to Captain Kirk.
Speak of the devil.
That's great. Even those glasses are correct.
Captain here.
Captain, long-range sensors detect Andorian rebels on an intercept course.
Zach Havercorn also saying sensors.
That's true.
Just like Ethan Peck says sensors.
I think Nimoy went back and forth with it, though, right? He didn't stick with one or the other, if I can remember correctly.
He mainly used sensors.
He would say sensors, but then okay.
Yeah.
He'd bounce.
By now, Federation sensors have detected ships heading across the neutral zone. These ships carry a Romulan invasion force and must be stopped immediately. I repeat.
That's right.
He gets cut off.
Sensors.
Their armaments.
If they make any aggressive move, destroy them. Kirk out.
Captain, the Andorian government will not.
Once again, offering your opinion when none is requested. Destroy them.
I will not.
Right, Spock.
Spock.
What is it you want?
Credits.
What did that imposter offer you?
Command of your own?
What he offered me, Captain,
Swing that
is something you cannot give.
I was right. The whole galaxy has gone crazy. What happened while I was gone? The imposter's obviously been in my chair. Where else has he been?
Oh, that's a low blow, Captain.
That's a reference to a Barry Manilow song, too. Who's Been Sleeping in My Bed? The song is... When you think Barry Manilow, you think wimpy love songs, but his songs are actually super savage.
Copacabana.
Even Copa was savage in spots too. It's just, you got to catch the savagery of it. But yeah, then again, Vic is a huge Manilow fan anyway. So
Oh, there you go.
I bet he was too, Brad.
Yes.
The actions taken against the Hulkins have been illogical. They shall likely serve as a catalyst which may jeopardize the Empire's very survival. There is, however, a path to the future, but that future may not involve our present command.
Spock.
We had a good run, you and I. No. No!
James!
What's wrong with it? Why isn't it working?
I don't know.
Why isn't it working?
So I never understood this. Did she sabotage it? Is that what happened? I mean, because Spock didn't have time. He went right from the transporter room to the bridge with Kirk. She's the only one that left
somewhere else.
Right, so she messed up the machine.
Yeah,
and she knew how it worked.
Yeah,
she knew enough to sabotage it somehow, which is pretty impressive.
And she was, I don't know. Yeah, you do, but
yeah,
we're not going there.
Huh.
Security detail to my quarters. Belay that order. Kirk to Farrell.
Farrell here, sir.
Send 2 of my personal guards to my cabin on the double.
Where's my personal guards?
On the double, sir.
And keep this channel secure, Kirk out.
What kind of uniform is this?
What are you going to do?
To put an end to this insanity once and for all. Why? Worried about me?
I am the captain's woman.
You are, aren't you?
Always.
Come. Captain.
Nothing like a couple of well-timed Wilhelm screams.
Yeah. They can fit in wherever.
Yeah.
wherever you want them, they'll fit right in.
Yeah.
The bridge. We're taking Commander Spock into custody.
Sir?
Do you have a hearing problem, mister?
Mister?
No, sir.
You have a hearing
Wait for
problem,
me.
mister.
I'll be back in there.
Hold on.
Commander, what the captain's asking for, it's not possible.
Mr. Scott, I must speak with you. Off the record.
Sir?
Love the
When
Christmas.
you were in the other reality, what did you see?
I saw weakness, Commander.
Perhaps what you saw was peace. Is that possible, Mr. Scott?
Commander, that kind of talk will only lead to one place, the agony booth.
You speak of weakness. But the true weakness lies within the Terran Empire. It is held together by tenuous bonds of fear.
And it's
The destruction of the Hulkan civilization will serve as the final straw for the outer colonies. Insurrection was inescapable, but it has now been accelerated. We cannot survive a full-scale rebellion. But the peace that you witnessed over there is not impossible in our reality as well.
Mr. Spock, what you're saying, it's
Mutiny.
Captain's log supplemental. Something happened during my time away from the Enterprise. Commander Spock has become emboldened to seek the captain's chair, but he's questioned my orders for the final time.
Spock, you're under arrest. Where's my science officer?
I don't know, sir.
Wait. You gotta replay that.
Where's my science officer?
I don't know, sir.
That was perfect. Perfect. Oh, that was good. I think he didn't do the double fist, but he didn't need to there. It was fine.
Yeah.
Mr. Spock.
It really came
Where's
down.
Spock?
He's in the transporter room, Captain.
Take your hand off my shoulder, Captain.
Good girl.
Good girl.
He is really enjoying this.
Yeah.
Phasers at the ready.
At the ready. This guy's still hunched over. Look at him. Is he dead? Is he? Oh, he's okay. I'm all right.
I would not want to be Mr. Spock right now.
I'm not even sure I want to be on this ship.
Can you imagine the recruiting spiel that they'd have to go through in order to become part of the Empire military?
Yeah. Pirates.
Like, plunder the galaxy, rape everybody, beat the crap out of your best friend if you want to, all in the name of the Empire.
Wasn't it kind of loosely based on the Roman kind of empire, I suppose? I mean, although this is a more evil twist on them, but
Not sure. I think it was just supposed to be an exact opposite of the Federation.
got it. I thought I heard somewhere that this version of this parallel universe would be if the Roman Empire never fell and continued into the space age, that this is what would be out there. You'd have these kind of people. That's what I heard it somewhere. I don't know if it's just a theory or if it actually is true or not.
I don't remember reading anywhere where the Romans on a ship would actually have to kill each other.
Yeah, that's true. That's more pirate stuff. Yeah, you're right. It's more.
This is Jack Sparrow in space.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly right. That's what it is.
Bradwell says, "I don't know" means you catch these hands.
Good girl.
I said, "Where's Mr. Spock?" I don't know. You gonna tell me now? Transporter room.
Yeah. Another thing too, like,
please.
You see Spock is recruiting members of the crew to his cause. Like, if you remember the Enterprise episode, the Mirror episode, like, Trip was more badass. Like, everyone was just more pure evil on that Enterprise Mirror ship than these guys seem a little bit more borderline. They were a little bit more like you could sway them over to the good side, where Trip was just a bastard, right? And the Doctor and all them, they were just pure evil. Malcolm,
I wish we could do that live, man.
Do it live.
Do it live, because I would easily just flip on Netflix, share the screen, and just watch In a Mirror Darkly.
You saw the Babylon 5 broadcast that Professor did right on Monday?
Yeah.
You were in there.
I was there, yeah, but
the Sybase thing? Or
it's
the
a pain in the ass.
Whatever it's called?
It's a pain, because you have to... You download the whole thing, and then it replays, and it's just...
But the screenshot every 5 seconds, I mean, that could work, right? I mean, why not just... Everyone's seen the episode. I mean, if you just do that thing where it grabs a screenshot every 5 seconds, like, wouldn't that be
also
enough?
don't have SciTube, which is...
SciTube, that's what it was. Okay.
Which is not free.
Oh, okay. I can divert some of my funds I get from Paramount Plus your way instead of other ways if you need me to. All right? Just saying.
Right. And ladies and gentlemen, if you subscribe now to Paramount Plus, you save 5% on your... you get your first month free, and then your second month is 5% off using the code Omni.
Omni, correct. Yes. Always 30-day free trial.
Yes. Whether or not you use Omni.
Correct.
Subscribe to Paramount Plus.
Hit shows.
Which will be on NBC Peacock anyway.
With ads.
With ads.
Where's Mr. Spock? Captain, where's Mr. Spock?
This one's for you.
Okay. Another one? He's not going to hit him. He's not going to hit him. No.
I bet Prime Phlox killed more than Mirror Phlox.
I mean, that's debatable. Yeah. Mirror Phlox was torturing people So was Mira McCoy, though, technically, right? And you see it in this episode. I guess you will.
Yeah.
Huh.
Stains on the table, blood, and chemicals everywhere.
Everything's a mess. Has more money this week without. Yes, I have a surplus. You're right. That's true. It has to go somewhere.
And welcome, Thomas. Daniel's Hot Topic says, I've seen this episode before. It's good. Yeah, it is. We're having a lot of fun. Like, it's so good, I actually have to add stuff to make it bad to talk about.
Right. It's very hard to nitpick this. It's hard. Is he going to hit him? I forgot if he's going to hit him or not. I'm really wondering now.
I think
he agonizes him, I think. All right, let me see. Does he A, agonize him, B, hit him?
All right, chat, what do you guys think? So
yeah.
Drop an H for hit or A for agonizer. Vote once, please.
I'm very, because I watched it a few weeks ago. I don't remember now exactly.
Is he going to hit him or is he going to agonize him? In the chat, drop an H for a hit and an A for an agonizer. Okay, so we got one.
Brad says A. John DeMarco says A.
Any other takers?
Thomas Potts says Q.
Q.
Very good.
Very good. You probably meant A.
Yeah.
Unless Q actually snaps in.
Q comes in and right.
I am the agonizer, Captain Kirk. All right. Well, we got 2 votes. Well, possibly 3 votes for an A.
Yeah.
Let's find out.
What did you witness, Crumb?
Oh, he did the chop. He did the chop.
Let's try this again. Mr. Spock is a traitor. I don't want to know where he is.
I love the chop.
Take him to sick bay. Let McCoy reason with him.
Blended in very nicely.
Yep. So it was kind of a hit and an agonizer, but the agonizer was the main.
Yeah.
The main prop there, yeah.
Out of the screen.
Karate chop to the neck. Oh.
All hands, this is the captain. First Officer Spock has mutinied and fled the bridge. He's to be incapacitated on sight and placed under arrest. The crewman who accomplishes this will be promoted 2 steps in grade.
Oh.
Perfect.
I suggest you put down your weapon, buddy.
Perfect. You got the music right.
They pulled out all the stops for this one.
Doctor, another dose.
I've never used this much before. I wonder what'll happen.
Oh my.
Captain, he's of no value dead.
Is it your day, is it? Dr. McCoy is really enjoying this. Unless you want him to continue. Where's Mr. Spock?
He was headed to auxiliary control with Mr. Scott.
It's all yours, Doctor.
Was that just a bet?
Yes, sir.
Did they?
Yeah,
Give that traitor itself a slap for me when you catch him, Jim.
Dr. Sulu. Security Chief Sulu, come in.
Apology accepted.
Captain Nidak. Terrible. That's crazy.
Sulu here.
Take a team to auxiliary control. Apprehend Mr. Spock and Lieutenant Commander Scott. Lethal force is authorized.
Lethal force, Captain? There'll likely be casualties on both sides.
Then
take Chekhov and put him in front. Kirk out.
But wasn't
go.
Sulu messed up though?
Oh,
At the end of Mirror Mirror, wasn't he like knocked out in sickbay? I mean, he wasn't killed obviously, but he was screwed up.
Yeah, and then he goes and bangs Vic's fiance.
Oh my!
Oh my! Indeed, Michelle is a looker.
Be such a party pooper, Hikaru.
I'm serious. It's not often the captain gives anyone a second chance, and I intend to take it. Besides, Spock and Scott out of the way, guess who's next in line for first officer?
Of course. And you'll give me that commendation?
I told you I would, didn't I? Same time next week?
Always. You know you're my favorite.
Just don't forget to leave your latinum at the door on your way out.
This is his therapy sessions, huh?
Yep. Real therapy.
I've locked out bridge control, transferred navigation helm and long-range communications to us.
Seal off the armory. Secure as many decks as possible.
Aye, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Scott. Broadcast this recording on all ship channels.
Oh. She looked like she needed to add more clothes. Yes, I'm being superficial, but she just looked nasty. Ugh. Some people should not be wearing that.
You go get shot.
Grant Imahara in the most unnecessary floor role in Star Trek history.
That was almost a Geordie LaForge kind of role.
Yeah.
Or I think Data did one too. What is it? Where we'll always have Paris. They stunned him.
They're phasers. They're only set to stun.
Murder is the way of the Empire.
Murder.
The way of the captain. A way that must change. Join us, Mr. Chekhov. Be a part of the future, not of the past.
He will join us or die.
Yes.
Status report.
The Andorian vessels have entered orbit, sir. They're charging weapons.
Sound general quarters. Ready main phaser bank.
They're demanding we surrender them. That was a warning shot across our bow. Shields are holding.
Warning shot. Cowards. Lock onto their lead ship and fire.
Captain?
I said fire!
Aye, sir.
Fire!
Weapons are locked out.
Locked out from where?
From where?
Attention crew of the ISS Enterprise. This is First Officer Spock. By now you are aware of the annihilation of the peaceful Hulkan people.
We can't kill that broadcast.
This action has served only to hasten the fall of the Terran Empire. A civilization built upon a legacy of violence and terror.
Kill that broadcast!
Cannot survive. The time has come to embrace a new vision. A vision of equality, of morality, of galactic peace. A philosophy based upon infinite diversity, infinite combinations. This future is within our reach, but not under our present command. Join me. Together we shall be the architects of our own future.
Smash the console, please. Smash it. Hit it.
Yeah.
That's what you need to do.
Captain's log supplemental. The Andorians are seeking vengeance for the Hulkans, and First Officer Spock is a traitor to me and the Empire. I will not lose the Enterprise.
Our shields will hold forever, Commander.
Sir, she said she needed to speak with you.
poses no threat.
Of course she does. She snogs the captain.
Commander, we need to get to Captain Kurt's quarters, quickly.
Lieutenant Moreau, it would be extremely unwise.
Damn it, Mr. Spock. I
Damn
can
it.
help. Just come with me,
Sounds
please.
weak. Damn it.
Yeah.
Mr. Scott, encode a message to the Andorians. Inform them that we have control of the Enterprise, and we are prepared to join their cause. I shall return momentarily.
What do you want, Lieutenant All?
This action has served only to hasten the fall of Terran
Shut off that damn recording!
civilization built upon a legacy of violence and terror.
Sir, the Andorans are powering down their weapons.
I'm detecting a transmission from auxiliary control, Captain. We're swimming for peace.
Of galactic
The hell we are.
a philosophy based
Where's
upon
Mr. Leslie?
diversity,
Mr. Leslie didn't report for duty, sir.
Well, get someone up here to cover his shift.
but not
I want a navigator. I want one now.
Join me.
So this is
Together
it.
we shall be the architects
This is what I've got to
of
work
our
with.
own
I can navigate the Enterprise, sir.
attention crew
Whatever you
of the
want.
ISS Enterprise. This is first
Set a course for Starbase 34, maximum
By now
warp.
you are aware of the annihilation of the peaceful Vulcan people.
I'm sorry, Captain.
This
The
action
controls aren't
is
responding. I tried. I can't.
You can't. You say you can pilot my ship. You can't even get us out of orbit.
Navigation has been rerouted to auxiliary control. There's nothing I can do.
Lieutenant, you're relieved of your commission. Report to the brig.
Captain, it's not her fault.
I said report to the brig!
That's enough.
We
found him unconscious on deck 8, sir.
Check out for the other men. But not under our present command. Join me. Together we shall be the architects of our own future. Attention crew
Resume
of
the
the
post.
ISS Enterprise. This is First Officer Spock. By now you are aware of the annihilation
Am I
of the
not
peaceful
merciful?
Vulcan people. This action is served
Sulu, you got it, Con.
It's like the guy from Schindler's List, right?
civilization.
I pardon
Control
you.
of my ship.
I am kind.
I pardon you.
Or it's the boot for the lot of you!
Where's the
Time
boot
has
for the lot of you?
come to embrace a new vision. A vision of equality, of morality, of galactic peace. A philosophy
Yeah,
based upon
we're going.
infinite diversity,
We're going to Spock's side.
infinite
Yeah.
combinations.
You heard the captain.
Is within
Get to
our
work.
reach, but not under our present command.
That guy looks like Finny.
He looks like
Finnegan.
I was hoping you'd come back during my shift.
Finnegan. Finnegan.
You're happy to see me?
Always.
The device of which the other captains spoke, I presume. I am surprised Captain Kirk did not use it on me.
Oh. He tried.
Fascinating.
James met an alien scientist at the Starfleet Penal Colony on Tantalus 5. He pillaged her laboratory after he dispensed with her, and he stole this device. One touch, and your problems are over, Mr. Spock. This will change everything.
You would see me use this device on him?
I would.
But you are the captain's woman.
Yes. But not this captain.
Look at him. Look at the camera. Like he knows what is being shot for.
Yeah.
Kind of fourth wall. Just look.
Yeah, it's good. The lighting is great too. The half face lighting. It's light on one side, dark on the other. It's very good.
No revolution can succeed using the same methods which failed in the previous one.
Commander. Spock. Please find a way. A way to send me where you went.
I cannot.
Please.
It is not within my power. But you can make a difference here.
You.
Finnegan.
Faster.
He's one step behind, huh?
All clear, sir.
We're outside.
Go your Hearstball.
Captain Kirk to Mr. Spock.
Well, look at that.
Captain Kirk to Mr. Spock.
Captain Kirk to Mr.
Mr.
Spock.
Spock, come in, please.
Spock here.
Commander, there's no reason we can't talk about this like civilized men. I've listened to your logic, and I find it compelling. There's merit in what you say, Spock. I see the potential for change. Opportunity to better the Empire. Spock, I have the bridge. You have auxiliary control. Who makes the next move?
What do you propose?
We meet somewhere neutral. Half an hour. Deck 5, Officer's Lounge. No weapons, no tricks.
No tricks.
Just you and I. We've had many successes together, Spock. I know we can work this out.
Very well. Half an hour.
You don't actually trust him, do you?
Of course not.
It's some kind of setup. Why play his game?
If there is any hope for the Empire to change, I must give Captain Kirk the opportunity to do so as well.
Why play this game? Because you got a PS5. That's why.
It's really good. This is just—it's so fun watching this. It's not even much to say. Like I'm just taking this all in. It's so well written. This is great.
Like I said, I have to add things to this to make it ridiculous.
There's not much to nitpick.
Ridiculous enough.
Yeah.
Well, we could always watch that Star Trek Discovery one again.
No. Please. That was painful.
We want bad. We can go to that.
This is enjoyable. And I hope everyone watching is enjoying it as much as we are, because I love it.
I agree.
The chess, yeah.
Captain?
Commander. No weapons.
No tricks.
Silly Vulcan tricked for kids.
That's what John has to do. A
I've
video of them
considered our
saying
game
no
while
tricks.
you were away.
That's it.
Yeah.
Right?
No tricks.
I know Chakotay says it a lot, and throughout the whole series, there's a lot of no trick lines. That would be a good compilation video. No tricks.
Bishop to Queen's level 2.
Knight takes Bishop.
You have left your king vulnerable.
Have I?
As have you. Seems we're at a stalemate.
Spock.
You can't win. What's your next move? Kill me, take command of the Enterprise? There are a dozen starships out there, all loyal to the Empire.
As am I. But the Empire as it stands today is at a crossroads. Eventually, all kings are vulnerable.
He put these thoughts into that falcon head of yours, didn't he? That other captain. Spock. After all we've been through, all we've accomplished, earned for ourselves, you would trust a stranger from another universe?
I believe I would. That captain had a vision of an imminent future which you failed to see.
Then you're an even bigger fool than I imagined.
That's a trick.
Your mutiny ends right here and now.
Try to relax your anus.
You didn't really think I'd let you walk out of here, did you? And now it comes to this. Checkmate.
Perhaps not. Mr. Scott has implemented a level 3 energy dampening field on this deck. Yet another act of treachery which proves once again why your command must come to an end.
Report! The tectonic explosions are destabilizing the planet's orbit!
Stand by the photograph.
We've run simulations of dilithium generator strata in the chem lab. I've seen this sort of thing before.
The Andorian ships have broken orbit and gone to warp, sir.
They've got the right idea, lad. Put some distance between us and that planet.
Nice. Whoa.
There's the human side. I always knew you'd kill me to get the captain's chair.
Tired of your half-brained interference, you understand?
You never loved her.
This reminds me of, unfortunately, the JJ movie when he was choking out Khan at the end of Star Trek Into Darkness.
Oh, that got me. The JJ movie where Spock was
Right.
choking out Kirk on the helm.
Oh, that one. Okay.
Temper tantrum. Stand by to lose your shit.
Beam you to Delta Vega.
Yeah.
Captain Kirk, the future is coming. You are the past.
Yes, John.
I offer this crew an alternative.
This crew? This crew?
Crew.
They don't need alternatives. They're pawns. Pawns need a king. They serve for my conquests, my victories. You think they're smart enough to follow you? They're mine. I can use them, break them, send them to their own slaughter. Now thank me for it.
I got you. I got you.
This crew? They don't need alternatives. They're pawns. Pawns need a king. They serve for my conquests, my victories. You think they're smart enough to follow you? They're mine. I can use them, break them, send them to their own slaughter. Now thank me for it. You double-crossing, half-breed traitor!
James T. Kirk, you are hereby relieved of command.
Let go of me! Do you realize what you're doing?
Kirk job.
I do.
You're a coward, Spock. You don't even have the guts to execute us like a real leader.
This shuttlecraft is at your disposal. I recommend setting a course to the nearest habitable system. You have sufficient supplies to last until then.
You think that
They go to SETI Alpha 5.
It's not going to end well over there either.
It's the mirror Star Trek 2, The Wrath of Kirk. Spock, you marooned me on SETI Alpha 5.
I never forget a face.
The real Mr. Chekhov.
This is clever what they did. It was a CG model of the shuttle, but they built like one side of it here to save some money. But they did it well. It looks good, the way they did it. Yeah.
And it's surreal.
He got me.
Changes anything? So you're taking control of one ship. So what? What now? Peace. Freedom. The Empire will hunt you down like the mangy dog that you are.
Perhaps, but I must try.
John DeMarco.
You won't get away with this, Spock. You're just one man.
In every revolution, there is one man with a vision.
Who told you that?
You did.
No. God. Buried alive.
Has left me as you slew, marooned for all eternity in the center of the dead planet. Buried alive. Kirk! Kirk!
Daniel says Vic Mignogna is an awesome actor. I hope he can come back. He was great as Broly in Dragon Ball Z. Yeah, we really do too. He's excellent. Very, very good guy.
Yeah.
On these things.
It sucks he got Me Too'd for no reason. But
yeah.
no reason on his part.
Yeah.
Monica Rial and Ty Beard had reason. Cha-ching, cha-ching.
Let's enjoy his work.
Yes. Best way we can support the kid, man.
Yep.
I'm sorry I'm walking off this.
These boots are stiff.
Commander, status report.
All decks reporting in, Captain. The Hulk and survivors are safely on board.
Shuttlecraft Galileo is leaving sensor range.
James T. Kirk chose his path. It is time we chose ours. Warp 2, Ensign. Heading, sir?
That away.
Forward.
Oh.
There is an asteroid directly ahead. I said forward, Chekhov.
What was his Strange New Worlds? What did he say? I'd like to go or something? Or what did Spock
I'd like
say?
to go.
Wow. So good. So good. I can't pick apart this. There's nothing to talk about. Like,
no.
They could have aired that on TV. That holds up with some of the best Star Trek episodes out there.
Yeah.
Maybe it could have been polished a little bit here and there, but minor little things. Nothing huge.
It's still really good.
Oh my God. Yeah. Compared to what we're watching now, just compare that to any episode of Strange New Worlds or Discovery or any of this junk we're getting now. Like even Picard season 3. I mean, it was interesting, but I don't know. This is entertaining. This is just it's comforting. Like to be back in that world, the original series world. It's a warm, cozy place to be, and
you could wrap yourself up in it.
Yeah, you just feel good.
Like Gaijin says.
Exactly.
In my entire life, have I ever been as content?
Nexus. Yeah, exactly. Even with the actors being switched, it didn't stand out. Like you didn't,
True.
It didn't even like look out of place. Like you said, the awkward doctor from the first couple of episodes, and we've seen some other Spocks that aren't so good on these other fan films. Like everybody was just on their game on this one.
I'm going to share for you guys, and something really, really kind of cool. I've been following this YouTuber. His handle is TNPIR 4002. The new Price is Right 4002. He's a big TNPR fan. But he's also a big Star Trek fan. And he has made some of the coolest CG Star Trek fan films out there.
Oh yeah.
Now, usually his stuff runs for a good 4 or 5 hours because he tells a story over a lengthy period of time, and then renders everything into one giant movie when he's done rendering these scenes. And he does all the voices.
Oh,
And
okay.
I'm just going to show this to you. This is from his newest one, Star Trek 4, as he calls it. Scene 38B. And I haven't seen this yet, but just to give you an idea of what's out there, all the untapped potential that is out there, and we're getting the trash that we're getting.
Yeah.
Like, if Paramount would put a fraction of the cost in hiring these guys, Vic and this guy who's I'm about to show you, Star Trek would be so much better.
You know, in the Next Generation Season 3, when Michael Piller took over, he had an open script submission policy. And that's how Ronald D. Moore became a writer on Star Trek. He was a fan. He submitted a script. I think it was The Bonding, the episode on Season 3. They liked it so much, they put him on staff. And this is a kid that was just a fan. But that's how you... Imagine they did that now. They did an open script submission policy. And people like Vic and his crew here and other fans like this one we're going to watch submitted ideas to these people. Imagine we would get much, much better quality. But
Indeed.
We get what we get.
Disney Sheepherder, welcome. Thank you for dropping in, my friend.
Thank you. And thanks for the like. Yeah, please hit the likes. The algorithm tickles it nicely. We do appreciate that.
So here's a fan film. Now, again, I haven't seen this particular clip yet because he just dropped it. So we're going to react together.
We won't get a strike or anything on this. This won't kill this video, will it? Because this has been fun.
No.
Okay.
I didn't think the last one would kill it either, but it was an auto.
Captain's Log Supplemental. Mr. Ronston and a team of engineers have begun the task of restoring power to the derelict vessel we've come to know as the Mark II. While Dr. Gar continues to direct our efforts to analyze space-time in the affected region, his counterpart remains under the care of the emergency medical hologram. Having spoken with him at some length, I'm uncertain if I'm struck more by the differences between he and my old friend, or the similarities.
With the increased resolution of the transpectral sensor array, we've been able to make a more detailed analysis of space-time in the region. I'm not sure what it means, but take a look at this. What am I looking at? It's the precise frequency of the radiation signature left by the shockwave. Conventional scans couldn't isolate it, but Ensign Call's modifications did the trick. I've never seen anything like it. I have. It's residue of a substance called boronite. Boronite. It's a rare transperiodic element, exponentially more powerful than dilithium, but also proportionally unstable. Then what were they doing with it? Using it as a power source. No wonder space-time was torn apart the way it was. I don't understand, sir. That's because you don't know what boronite can be used to synthesize. This whole thing is starting to make sense. Sir? This is the emergency holographic doctor speaking. Dr. Gar, please respond. Gar here, go ahead. My patient is awake and requesting to speak with you. Please report to sickbay at once. I'm on my way, doctor. Carry on, Mr. Garrett.
We're pixelated up there.
Yeah.
There's the Generations bridge. Interesting.
Yeah.
And it's clever. Yeah, I could watch that. It kind of reminds me of like a video game, like an old like MS-DOS game or something, or maybe even,
Yeah, he uses Poser for the characters.
Okay.
Which is really, really good program. I liked Poser. I used to use that a lot back in the day. Yeah,
it's good. I mean, it's the writing is not bad, and again, the voice work is not bad. I'm sure it took a lot of time. That 2-minute scene we just watched. People that don't know, I mean, just to create that, you develop video stuff. I mean, this is it's a lot. It's a lot of work. Yeah.
And it is. The model of the ship that he's using is the Galaxy X.
Yeah.
Anti-time Enterprise. The bridge is Generations.
Yeah. Looks like, but Geordi restored it back to the original one, which was cool.
Yeah.
I like that. That was clever. Yeah, I'm okay with that.
Jordy is Jordy.
Get these steps out of here. Get these panels off the side of the bridge. We don't need these things. Get them out of here. Let's go back to the original.
How was I ever told about these things? Opens the door.
Wow, that was fun. This is great. So, what order? If we're going to watch the mirror episodes, and this has to fit in there because this is so good. Okay. I guess you start with Mirror Mirror. No, you start with the Enterprise one. I guess. What would you? How would we even do this? Or
start off with
count?
the Tholian Web.
Tholian Web, got it.
Then
the Enterprise one.
Down to Enterprise, right?
So we're bouncing around a bit, but okay, I got it. Okay.
And then TOS.
Right. Then this one.
Then this.
Then DS9.
Then DS9. And be done with it. Don't
be done with it.
Track crap.
So just to cut out the Discovery stuff. Just put all that away.
Right.
Okay. I could live with that. Yeah. That is interesting order. You're right, because the Tholian Web, the Defiant gets pushed back in. Okay. Yeah, that does make sense, actually. That would work.
Yeah. Tholian Web, the Enterprise 2-parter.
Right.
Mirror.
This one.
Star Trek Continues, and then all of the DS9 ones.
And this one kind of serves up, Kira's speech in the DS9 episode, right? The crossover one, where
I think the one thing they missed, and I can correct me if I'm wrong.
What's that?
Kira also credit Kirk for the downfall of the Empire?
No, but she says James Kirk was the first one to cross over. Something along those lines. No, it was Spock who was clearly the one that was influenced, but Kirk was the influencer. The Prime Universe Kirk messed with Spock enough to get him to mess with the universe. That's what she said. I mean, she went into a long monologue about it, but I think that was the gist of it.
So let's try to answer Daniel's Hot Topics trivia question here. Besides the fact that it breaks the warp scale, besides the fact that it had a cloaking device, besides the fact that it had a death cannon, and a third nacelle, what other advances were there?
On the Galaxy X, so the Warp 13, like you said, the cannon, the phasing cloak, the cloak, yeah.
It had an actual death ray.
Mm-hmm.
Blew a hole in that Negvar.
It did. And that was one of the first shots of the Negvar, wasn't it? If I remember, or the first.
Yeah.
Right.
It was the first mention of the Negvar.
And then it got introduced again in DS9. Huh.
Yeah.
I mean, because that ship was, they even said it was put in mothballs anyway. Like, it was an older ship. Even with the upgrades, it was an older, kind of outmoded ship at the time.
I hate those upgrades, man. That ship is ugly.
The third nacelle just throws it off.
Yeah.
If they would have just got rid of that stupid third nacelle, if they would have left the other upgrades, I'm fine with all of it. The cannon.
The third tit on a cat.
Woman. Right. Yeah, exactly. Right. That's a good, very apt analogy. Yeah.
Ample nacelles, my ass. We need 3 tits, so we don't need 3 nacelles. And the death ray. The death ray was cool.
No, that was fine. Although it did cover the captain's yacht, technically, but he never took that thing out anyway, so who cares?
Yeah.
Right? Doesn't matter. You don't need it. You have plenty. You have 3 shuttle bays full of shuttlecraft. You don't need the captain's yacht.
Right.
Yeah, it's superfluous.
And allegedly a shuttle replicator by then.
Oh, shuttle replicator. Okay, yeah, you can just replicate a shuttle.
Voyager.
Well, I always assumed Voyager just built new shuttles. You know, they had the raw materials. They had the antimatter. They could build a warp reactor. They had enough raw materials and the design specs to construct new shuttles if they had to.
Yeah.
I mean, that's feasible to me. I don't see it being out of the realm of possibility. The Delta Flyer was something special. That was a new design that they designed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't have a problem with the photon torpedoes thing. You make fun of Voyager all you want with the photon torpedo gaff, but once they had 7 of 9, they actually got a God mode cheat for being in the Delta Quadrant.
That's true.
With all the vast knowledge that she has from the Borg and still retains and has access to thanks to her active implants, can easily produce photon torpedoes.
Well, what was stopping them from producing them besides the one line they mentioned, no way of replacing these torpedoes? Like, besides that, all you need really is antimatter.
Ample
And then, of course, the
antimatter-
other components that you need, right? But they can
Right.
replicate all that. The antimatter you probably can't replicate. That's something you need to either produce
Yeah.
or
And
obtain, right?
And that would have to be a very unstable amount of it.
Yes.
If
For,
you can
for
call
these warheads, yeah.
Yeah. So doing it safely on board a starship at the time would be unfeasible.
They probably found a way. They found a way to do it. I mean, they grew
7
food.
of 9.
Yeah.
7 of
I
9.
mean, well, when she came, all right, but if you want to get specific, like if you notice on the Delta Flyer, there's like Borgy stuff on the Delta Flyer. That's due
Yeah.
to her, right? And then there's Borgy stuff in the astrometrics lab, right, on the walls and what have you. So her little Borg influences were there. I don't know if her being there enabled them to be able to replicate Starfleet torpedoes better, but maybe. Maybe I'm not saying didn't happen. Who knows?
Yeah, I don't think the torpedoes might not even be, 100% Starfleet. They might be Starfleet spec.
Okay.
But then again, they could be Starfleet.
They just
spec
needed the
because
antimatter.
of
They just needed the stuff.
assimilated- Yeah. Because of the
they
the
traded
knowledge
for
that
it.
he has access to.
But they started trading with the native species out there, right? They started trading things. They were able to get more raw materials, and they did have star bases to go to where they could do
Right.
that.
And
Yeah, I
then
mean, they should have explored that concept a bit more. I mean, I don't want them getting hung up on torpedo count, but I mean, that could have been. They could have actually played that a little bit better. Maybe explored that a bit more.
I would have liked another one-liner. I mean,
just something. Just
in
something.
a show like that, showing instead of going the show instead of tail route,
right,
is very expensive.
Yeah,
extremely expensive. So, and in Star Trek, you have to tell a lot of your background anyway because you can't show it,
Mm-hmm.
right? So why not just have another throwaway line like, "Thank goodness we have 7 of 9 to help us keep up with our torpedo stock."
Exactly. Or we
Done.
met this, or Captain's Log. We met this species in this nebula that traded with us 500 kilograms of antimatter, which allowed us to replenish our torpedo supply or something. Like
Done. And
right,
it's over.
It's over. Right. It would have solved it. Right.
They don't, they're bad now, but they actually didn't think that far ahead. On the
I
other
think
side.
they were up against the deadline. I mean, these guys wrote so many episodes. It's just getting one out was hard.
They didn't know that
on
30
time.
years later we'd be nitpicking the fact that Voyager shot more torpedoes than they said they had.
That YouTube video did it, right? Once you watch that video, it's over.
Yeah.
Where they actually did do a torpedo count, and I think they
It
were
was Mate Your Grin or something like that.
Yeah, oh, it's so funny. What was it, 180 torpedoes? And Janeway said they only had 33 or whatever it was. They shot so many.
I just don't have a problem with it.
No, it's fine. It doesn't bother me. It doesn't bother me.
Yeah, and the mental gymnastics to actually make it make sense is not that difficult.
No.
Considering 7 of 9, that's all you got to do. Why? How come Voyager has the best sensors of any ship in the fleet? 7 of 9. How come Voyager has the most powerful weapons in any ship in the quadrant? 7 of 9. How come they can shoot 800 torpedoes and they said they only had 30? 7 of 9.
I was actually watching Dark Frontier, the first few scenes of it, and that weird Borg scout ship says you will be assimilated, and Janeway's like, no, you've scanned our weapons. You know we can take you. When has the Starfleet ship ever said that to a Borg ship before? Like that's never. They're always outclassed weapon wise. And
anytime, and anytime a Borg ship, no matter the size of it, comes up to any ship in Starfleet and says you will be assimilated, resistance is futile, the captain's immediate response is usually instant clean this up, helm, get us the hell out of here.
Yep.
No, Janeway's like, no, not
You've
today.
scanned my firepower. You know we can take you in a battle. What?
Yep.
This is the Borg you're playing with,
Irrelevant.
lady.
You must comply.
Right, exactly. That's what they said. That's what they said.
Yeah.
But that was clever how they beamed a torpedo over, though. That was actually pretty interesting. They should have done that more often because not many species had transporter technology. They could have tricked a few more by doing that.
Don't know how
Delta
Harry
Quadrant.
didn't get promoted after that. I mean, that was pretty clever.
That was clever. You're right. He should have been promoted to lieutenant after that. That was.
He's like, he's hard on himself too. At the end of that, like, I wanted the yield to be a little bit lower.
Right. Well, Chakotay's like, well, I thought we were trying to disable the ship. He goes, oh, you know.
Crap. I wanted prisoners!
Lucky shooting. Well, good shooting.
It was a lucky shot, sir.
Lucky shot. That's what it was.
Shit, I missed the kid.
Oh,
John
man.
says, time to take out the board.
That's right. That's right. Did she have... No, she never really... She did say something in that episode. She had a couple of one-liners, you know. Yeah.
A warp coil? I don't know about you, but
Yeah.
I'm feeling lucky today.
Lucky today. That's right. That's right.
CSI Miami puts on her shades. Ah! Dun, dun, dun.
It's time to do some assimilating for ourselves.
Yeah, she said that too.
Right? Yep. Uh-huh.
We do a little assimilating for ourselves.
I want a detailed schematic of this vessel. Okay, Captain, take it easy. It's a sphere. We got you.
It's a circle, Captain.
Yes.
3-dimensional circle.
Actually, that was a cool episode. It wasn't bad. It wasn't bad.
The last time I heard my mind to your mind, I had a headache for 3 weeks.
Actually, the one or two before that was called Infinite Regress, and that was good. Where Seven had the personality disorder.
Oh yeah,
because the Borg vinculum or whatever was sending out signals. She did some good acting in that episode. She was really good. Jerry Ryan was really. I kind of appreciate it now a little bit more. She was going in between all these different characters, and and just.
I liked Raven.
Raven wasn't bad either. Except you never saw them download the logs. That's another little thing that.
Yeah,
you never saw Tuvok take out his tricorder and download the ship's logs. That's.
And I've always said we didn't really see Tuvok either. Until
What on the Raven, or you mean?
Yeah, on the Raven until she started crying like, "Papa, come save me!"
So he could have done it. Okay, he could have found the ship, accessed the panel. That's true. He could have downloaded the logs. You're right.
Yeah,
in a corridor or something. ODN line.
Yeah, had plenty of time.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Okay, so Brad Wolf asks, or probably states, why did Harry not get promoted after that? Well, there was the one incident with the chick that gave him space Star Trek Discovery, and he had a mark on his permanent record.
He did have a reprimand. He did. I'll Tuvok drag you to sick bay. That's a good one. That's a good Janeway line, right?
Call it off. That's an order.
Professor's here. Borg personal cloaking device for Tuvok. 7 again.
Could be.
So, what what does that mean? You mean the device they used on the ship? Is that what you mean? The camouflage device, right? Time to take out the Borg. Yeah, that's funny. Oh my goodness.
And in reference to 7 of 9, to dinner. Post Voyager, mind you. Her idea of dinner is sitting around in the alcove regenerating.
She's not good eating lobster. We've seen that before too on the holodeck.
That's true.
Yeah.
Or her synthol.
We are one. We are one.
Yep. Don says Tuvok is an expert at instantaneous.
Instantaneous. I get it. Okay, instantaneous database downloading. Yeah, exactly.
And yeah, this is an answer to your question why you don't see Tuvok downloading a lot.
God, okay, now I get it. I understand what you're saying. I mean, it's a minor thing, and obviously it never wouldn't have been an issue. It's just they made a big deal with those logs in Dark Frontier that.
Like, how do they get them when the forward part of the ship fell off a cliff?
Right. It just. But again, it's tiny. Yeah, they encountered the Federation ship. He plugged in his tricorder. I can live with that. It was off camera. Done. Yeah. He got all the ship's logs downloaded in 30 seconds. I can live with it. It's fine.
Yeah, not as bad as the torpedo question. While I can justify the torpedo count, a lot of fans can't and refuse to connect those. It's just you can't say. Yeah, you can.
No, it's a simple device. All right, let me ask the question then. If we're going to talk technical about this, the probes. When you launch a probe, how do you replace a probe?
Exactly.
It's the same device almost. It's just you're only adding an antimatter warhead to the probe essentially, and that gives you a torpedo. I mean, essentially.
Depending on the probe.
Right.
Some of the probes do look like photon torpedoes.
Yeah.
Others look like Nomad.
No. Sterilized.
Sterilize, yeah. It's just a sensor device on top of a propellant.
Right. Sometimes you can load a Klingon woman into one too. Fire her. She can go warp to the
You can
Enterprise.
replicate the chemicals for like a chemical rocket and then launch it from a torpedo tube.
Yeah. It would have been cool maybe they had if they did something like we had to go and we can't replicate modern torpedoes, but we can replicate ones from a previous era. And they went to the old, like the motion picture style ones where they sparkle, where the light comes out of all sides of the torpedo. If they used a classic torpedo or something, they
They
went back to
replicate Enterprise A torpedoes.
Exactly right. You're thing with the light streaking out of it on 3 different directions. That would be cool.
Boo!
Right.
Get over here. There it is.
Get over here.
You take all the fun out of the torpedo count by justifying it.
That's true. You're right.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah. Well, it's not all fun and games in the Delta Quadrant. What can I tell you?
It's all fun and games until somebody gets assimilated.
Until or Janeway's having a bad day. Coffee. Yeah. Black.
Time to take out the garbage.
That was
Captain,
crazy.
Garbage. You're garbage. Captain, I just got here. Where's my coffee then?
Captain, you sure you don't want to just disable the Malon vessel and not destroy it?
Yeah.
Fire. Target the cargo hold. That's it. Yeah, that was bad. I mean, you can't really justify that Malon vessel exploding. You could justify a lot that she did, but that one, that's a little bit over the line, right? A little bit. I mean, they blew up Kazon ships too.
Yeah.
They blew up Vidian ships. I mean, these are enemies, right? So I guess she classified the Malon as an enemy. They're just garbage men.
Coffee first, spacing ensigns later.
Coffee first. That's right.
Anybody wants to join us, the link is now at the top of the chat if you guys want to jump in and
please
hang out
do.
with us.
We are filling the very the hallowed Jeopardy time slot right now. It's Saturday at 9 Eastern. And all of our friends seem to be here. So thanks for crossing over to Tokyo's channel and joining us. And it wouldn't be the same without everybody here.
Thanks, everybody. Yeah.
Yeah.
To see you all. And actually, John, I've got to ask you something. Because we've been discussing absolutely nothing on Discord. So please, John, do not go to the Discord and consider what I'm not going to ask you at all.
Kazons, they could also be, Brad was said Kazons as garbage men, just for different reasons. Yeah, the Kazons. They said they modeled them after, like, street gangs of LA, but I don't know. I don't know if I ever caught that from them. They just seemed like a bunch of thugs to me. But Janeway definitely destroyed some of those vessels. She destroyed the Vidians. A lot of enemies she took out.
Well, taking out enemies is one thing. I mean,
Right.
the Malon were just...
They were hurting that species, the native species to the void, right? So they were committing some kind of genocide or some kind of mass murder. And she's done that before. I mean, with the Okampa, right? She stood up for the Okampa and then took out the Kazon to do it.
But there was no way to actually know if the Kazon would give a crap about the Okampa. Like, the idea that I got from Caretaker was that they were just...
again.
The Kazon just happened to be on that world, number one. Number two, the Okampa live underground, so they're nothing but cockroaches to them.
But they were jealous of the resources that they had due to the Caretaker.
They were more jealous of Voyager.
They didn't have
coming
water.
down to ruining everything.
But they didn't even have water, right? So it's like the Caretaker shooting energy pellets at the Okampa, keeping them in luxury, protected, underground with all the water and food that they need. The Kazon want the resources. They didn't care about I mean, I guess they can enslave the Okampa. They don't really care about that, but they were more after the resources, I thought.
They could have just left the planet. They have ships.
And that's the thing too. You're right.
And warp drive. They can go anywhere.
Yeah, it's true. Why
They
they pick
don't
that
need
planet
the
to hang out on? That's a good question. It's a desert. It's a wasted planet. Why hang out there? Why build a little
Right.
encampment there? It makes no sense. That's true.
Right. That's just a strategic outpost for the Ogla. That's it.
Yeah. Kazon Ogla. Who's the Kazon Ogla?
Who are the Kazon Ogla? The way she said it was just hilarious.
Keizanoka. Yeah, that's it.
Ooh, the Keizanoka.
She blew up her own water containers.
You have made an enemy today.
Jaded.
Will not be the first. Get in line.
That's funny. Now, okay, that's interesting. Those tri-cobalt devices, going back to Caretaker, they didn't replicate those. Those were special, right?
Those were special.
Okay, those are special order. You can't make those on the in the field, so to speak.
Then the one fan film that I saw that you didn't sit in with me for,
I
wish you did, the Star Trek Horizon, which is on the Discovery, an NX Discovery, explored tri-cobalt devices having temporal subspace displacement mumbo jumbo that really it created a wormhole and sent the ship to the 27th century.
Well, that was taken from the Voyager episode, The Voyager Conspiracy, right? Where Seven said that it tore a hole in subspace, right? Those tri-cobalt devices can do that. Maybe they got that idea from them. Yeah. Brad Wolf says, I think the group on the Ocampa planet was there as an outpost to put the idiots you needed to do something with, but didn't want to kill just yet.
Knowing the Ocampa, or not the Ocampa, knowing the Kazon, though, that could probably be true.
They didn't do much with the Ocampa at all. I mean, we saw them once after the Caretaker, and that was it.
No, we saw them.
Cold Fire,
right,
with Gary Graham.
Yep, we saw Cold Fire. We saw them with
what else?
Not Year of Hell, but the Year of Hell storyline with Kess.
Well, she goes back in time. No, she reverse ages, right? But that's just her offspring. It's not like it's other Ocampa, but I guess it is technically.
Yeah, but it explored more of the Ocampa.
True. And the time she got fake pregnant, right? At that time, and then that was
by Tom. Neelix was the godfather, of course. Then we saw
rubber feet.
Not cool.
And that was it.
Yeah, Cold Fire. Oh yeah, Cold Fire was with Suspiria, right?
Suspiria, the other caretaker organism who was evil, I suppose.
There was one other that we saw that was really good.
Because they just never left their planet. They were all living underground, so there was no chance for them to ever be out in space.
I'm on a starship called Voyager. They're going to be in a lot of trouble, Dad. I really have to help them. That's nice. Honey. Go clean up the vegetables. It's time for dinner.
Yeah.
There were a couple more ones, but
maybe I'm just drawing a blank. I don't remember them doing much with Kess anyway. I don't remember them seeing other Ocampans, except in that one or two. That's it. And then of course when Kess comes back later on, when was it Fury?
Fury. That's the one I was thinking of.
But again, it's just Kess again. But yes, I mean she's going back and she's pissed off and she's messing with the timeline. And that was odd too. That was very odd, that episode, wasn't it? Though I mean. It was good seeing her back again, but I didn't understand her anger. I didn't get it. I just didn't get it. It didn't click with me. Even that speech at the end didn't put it all together for me at the end.
Yeah. Brad Wolf says Tom and Kess, and Harry was Tom and Kess's daughter.
Right.
And to quote Sci-Fi Debris, and there's nothing gay about it. Ha 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 ha.
Tom and Kess's daughter. That's right. And the doctor had hair on that one, right? He had like a toupee. Dr. Van Gogh.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's good. No, it's nice to go back and watch those episodes.
Schmellis.
Yeah, Schmellis. That's right. That wasn't bad, actually. That wasn't bad. I didn't mind the Schmellis stuff. Yeah, I didn't. The one where the doctor extracts the Klingon DNA from Del B'Elanna, I didn't like that one at all.
Faces, I think it was.
Yes. I don't like that one at all. That was really silly. How did they reintegrate them? Like, that's another Tuvix kind of thing, right? How did they take two people and I don't know. I guess Kirk went through that too. Turnabout Intruder, right? Not Turnabout Intruder. Enemy Within.
Oh yeah. Enemy Within. Which one was that?
That was the one where Kirk gets the
oh, that's right.
transporter
the split.
Right.
That's right. The split
with
Kirk.
scratches on his face and yeah.
I don't know why I was still thinking of Voyager.
No, I'm saying it's like the idea with the two Balanas kind of reminded me of the two Kirks. You know.
Yeah. You're right. Yeah.
Kind of coming back together.
That's why you're the champion.
Please. You know, I actually study John's videos. I take notes and stuff. Like, I mean, I'm just, I don't know. I have fun. I enjoy it.
Mm-hmm.
Even though people think the fix is in. The fix is in.
The fix is in.
Yeah.
You got to turn off somebody's internet connection so that when they play.
That's the only way to do it. Cut my cord.
Use your phone. Turn your computer off.
Yes. Okay. Got it.
Stop delaying. If you can't not play the game and type on your computer.
But yeah, this was a good one. I think we should continue to do some more of these, the fan films.
Oh yeah.
And actually, the last one we did with I think it was the Orion one with Vic. What's the Lou Ferrigno? That was a really good one too.
Lolani.
Yeah, Lolani. Right. Yeah, that was interesting.
Green again.
I know he can't get away from it.
We'd be lucky to command a garbage scowl. They still
that
couldn't
actor
figure things out right.
He played in. You know, he was the guy from Rocky IV. Do you know that the actor Michael Pataki? So Michael Pataki played the trainer of Drago. Everything he hits, he destroys. That guy from Rocky IV. That was the guy that said, you know, the Klingon in the bar from Trouble with Tribbles. Same actor, and he was on the Next Generation. He played was it Karnas on Too Short a Season?
I have to see that episode again. Was it Too
Yeah,
Short a
he
Season?
played
That was season 3.
Season 1. It was season one where the Admiral ages backwards too. He took the potion and he goes from the wheelchair to
The
young
Jameson
man.
one.
The Jameson one. So the bad guy on the planet, his name is Michael Pataki. He was the Klingon that says, you know, you're right. I should. That guy. It's the same actor. So he played in Star Trek, the original, and Next Generation.
Nice.
And Rocky IV.
Oh wow. I didn't mean to say that the Enterprise should be hauling garbage.
Yes.
I meant to say it should be hauled away as garbage.
Everything he hits, he destroys. Yeah. Good character actor. Pongo's review of Rocky 5,000. Oh, yeah. Oh, come on, the Rocky movies are good. The Spaceballs.
The Pizza the Hut is dead. The most notorious gangster has eaten himself.
To death. Pizza the Hut.
Oh, man. That's cool.
I mean, yeah. But if you watch any of the Rocky movies, I mean, you have to stop and watch them. I think the only one that's not good is 5, right? All the other ones are pretty good.
Hey, Jeff, can you come up? Are you in a position where you can come up and join us?
He's got the night off. Let him relax. He's resting his vocal cords. He has to do a question of Trek tomorrow. He's just enjoying listening to us right now. We're giving him a break. He gets a night off from Jeopardy. Suck it, Trebek.
Suck it long.
Suck it. That's right. The pen is mightier.
That's the pen is mightier, not penis mightier.
That show was so good.
Suck it all. That's beautiful. You kiss your mother with that mouth. No, but something to your mother with this mouth. Oh. Turd Ferguson.
That's right. Yeah, it's a funny name.
Yep.
Those guys were so clever too. I mean, like they're sitting, let's put characters on this fake Jeopardy show that we think would be funny. We'll do Burt Reynolds, we'll do Sean Connery, it's just straight comedy, man.
They did a really clever Final Jeopardy.
Yeah.
And then the answer turned out to be Suck It Trebek.
That was he put the 5. He says write any number and
Oh,
Sean
that's right.
kind of wrote V, right? He goes, "Well, that is a number. It's the Roman numeral 5, right?" And then he burned
Let's
it
see
down.
what you wagered. Suck it, Trebek.
Trebek. Those guys were great. SNL, Saturday Night Live, they were phenomenal. They were really good. In the prime.
No, but I did something to your mother with it.
So which one are we doing next? Which, yeah.
Hey,
Professor.
Yeah, what do you want?
We're trying to give you the night off, man. But they pull you back in. Like the
They
Godfather.
always pull me in.
They just
by the way, there is no question of Trek tomorrow.
Oh, there is none. Okay, thank you for announcing that. Okay.
You heard it first on my channel, folks. There's no question of Trek tomorrow.
It was on Discord earlier.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you definitely have the weekend off. This is nice. Except we roped you into this one. Okay.
Yeah. Thanks, Tokyo.
Miss you up here, Jeff. That's why.
I know. It's Saturday night. It's not the same without you.
Well, thanks for saying that.
What'd you think about the last episode we just watched?
I like the episode.
Yeah.
I just don't like making fun of it.
There's not much to make fun of. Like we were quiet. This is the quietest we've been watching a show. I think you didn't pause it as much as you usually do.
I mean, I had a couple of sound effects thrown in there. But,
that's true. You did have a little, yeah.
But there was, you had to force it. It's so good.
Usually these.
Yeah,
it's
a very good episode.
Oh yeah, so good.
That's why I didn't care for the jokes. Sorry.
So you know what?
Opinion.
Don't watch
it's not
this
my thing.
Don't watch this stream. Just watch the episode by itself. Right? That's it. Watch it.
Please watch the stream.
For me. I mean, I had it playing.
Okay. No, that's good. How you doing with your Babylon 5 rewatch? Are you making your way through season 4?
Yeah, I'm up to episode 8 or 9.
Oh wow. Okay, I have to catch up. I'm a little bit behind you. And you're planning for Monday your new show on Monday nights for the rewatch, right, of season 1. Okay.
Midnight on the firing line.
That's a good episode too.
That's good
that's
episode.
A great
Monday
way to start
night
the series. Yeah.
10:30 p.m. Eastern time.
I will not miss that. I will not. That was
Terrific.
actually a good show you did with Matthew. I haven't seen much of his stuff. I think it's been a while since he broadcasted. I watched the Sequest stuff.
Matthew's very good with those types of shows.
Yeah.
And you know, he can talk to the audience and he can commentate on what's going on, and he can still pay attention what's going on right now as he's talking about something that would happen, 10 seconds ago. He's really good at that. He amazes me about that.
Yeah.
Definitely.
No, it's good. It was very entertaining. And actually everything went technically well too, because that was, I'm sure, complicated what he did with the the streaming and all that.
Oh yeah, he has a very complex setup.
But it was
He
flawless.
streams with well, I wouldn't say flawless.
All right, well,
He had
nearly.
a little,
I couldn't detect. Yeah.
He had a little mishap before we actually started, but
Oh, okay.
we ironed that out.
No,
Matthew's known for his audio issues.
His audio issues are known far and wide.
Indeed.
Your reputation precedes you.
But you should go back and watch the streams that he did with John
Right.
for Sequest.
I was, yeah. In preparation, I did. I was waiting for the show to start. I said, let me watch some of these older ones, and they were really good.
Yeah.
They delve pretty deep into Sequest, which I don't remember anyone actually doing on YouTube before or anywhere before.
I don't think so.
Right? And that's a good show. It's well written.
Yeah, especially the first. And, rewatching it with those guys, I was surprised how good season 3 was.
That's when they kind of retooled it, though, right? They changed the cast around a bit, and they brought Michael Ironside, I think, right, as the captain?
Mhm.
Or
Yeah.
Okay. I kind of dropped off. I remember watching that show when it was live first air.
I do, too.
Right, but that's where I lost it, is when they retooled it. Like, I think I watched season 1 and 2, and then when they got the new cast, I kind of just dropped off. I didn't stick with it.
It became
for
Star
some
Trek
reason.
DC.
Yeah.
I kind of
Well, they focus more on the military aspect of Sequest in season 3.
Okay.
And I think that turned off some people. And I guess it did for me as well when it first aired, but rewatching it a couple of years ago with John and Matthew, I thought it was really, really good.
I guess, we get older, our perspectives change, and it's different now. And
That's true.
You look back and you appreciate it more. Like talking about Babylon 5, I didn't really appreciate season 1 as much as the later seasons because it was just, much more action and stuff in the later seasons. But I love season 1 now. Like I'm just like, to me, that's almost even better than some of the later stuff. I'm a different perspective. I'm watching it from a different point of view, and I'm loving it. I love it. So, yeah.
Oh, I love season 1 now too. But when it first aired, I would catch an episode of season 1 and go, okay,
right.
And then maybe 2 or 3 weeks later, catch part of another one. Catch another one maybe 3 or 4 weeks later after that, and it's like, okay, I don't know why anybody likes this.
And TKO
doesn't seem that interesting.
They're doing blood sport, alien blood sport. Okay,
yeah. Not too many spoilers, but it just wasn't very interesting to me. And then
Smith.
Season 2 comes up, and I say, okay, let me try it again.
Right.
And I'm going,
new captain.
That's pretty. Spoilers.
Okay, all right. Well,
John's in the audience.
I'm sorry.
John's in the audience.
It's all right. Yes.
So season 2 comes up, and I'm like, that's pretty good. So I watch the next one, and wow, that's good. See, and then another episode. That's really good. It keeps getting better and better and better. And then when TNT bought the series, they went back and replayed them all. And I went, why didn't I watch season 1? This is so good. It sets up everything else that you see in the show.
Yeah. Ooh. Do you remember that too? Do you remember watching the TNT remastered, quote unquote? They actually made them widescreen. Do you remember that back in the day?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Well, that's where the DVDs got widescreened.
But it's funny because we still had square TVs back then. I never really understood that. Like I didn't have a widescreen. I had like a projection TV that was still 4x3.
Hey, I would rather buy the letterbox editions of every movie.
That's true too. Yeah.
I don't care about the black bars.
The black bars.
The black bars.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the problem was the effects were shot in 4x3. So to make it 16:9, they had to zoom and crop.
They did. And it did look off. It did look fuzzy. Even in standard def that they broadcasted in, it didn't look good. Right? It looked fuzzy.
Yeah. Yeah.
John says I didn't like Season 3 of Sequest as much as I did the first when it first aired, but I enjoy it much more now.
Right. Yeah, you did some good reviews on those episodes, John. I was actually listening to a few of the season 3 ones that you were talking about, and it was good. I'll go back and rewatch those.
So speaking
I'm glad for the Blu-rays they went back to the 4x3 aspect ratio.
So that makes sense because it must have just been a gimmick. I mean, they must have TNT said let's do this in widescreen, I guess, and I don't. I guess that you're right. Well, the late '90s, that was a gimmick. That was what it was. Letterbox, right? Like Tokyo said.
Yeah.
Well, even though they didn't transmit it that way, the X-Files starting in season 4 was filmed widescreen.
Really? That
was mid '90s.
So the X-Files debuted in 93, I think, right?
Yeah.
And then they went all the way to the end, like 99 or 2001 or something. When did they? Actually, they had like 8 or 9 seasons.
It ran 9 seasons.
Yeah, they did.
So 2002.
Right. I used to love the X-Files. I love that show.
Yeah. I've got the whole set on Blu-ray.
And I watched those first run too.
Yeah, me too. I was hooked with that show.
Tokyo, did you watch X-Files? Were you into that show?
I used to. A long time ago.
It was Sunday night on Fox, wasn't it? That was it. That was the show. Yeah. I would look forward to that.
Initially, it was Friday nights initially.
I remember
and then
Sunday for some reason.
It went to Sunday, like season 4, I want to say.
Okay. But I would look forward to watching that show. I know I was in like junior high school, and even there was a few friends that we would talk about it. They actually enjoyed watching it. That was just a really, really interesting show at the time.
Oh, I still love it.
Yeah.
And
I love how it was so Vancouvian, though. You look back and everything was so shot in Vancouver. Every outdoor scene is always foggy and cold, and The pine trees in the background. You go, yep.
But it was perfect for the show. It was perfect for the show.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
But they did move it to L.A. in season 6.
Oh, they did? Oh, wow.
Yeah, they did.
I didn't even know
Because
that.
David Duchovny didn't want to film in Canada anymore.
He got tired
So
of
they
being
moved
in
it.
Vancouver. Yeah.
Yeah.
Smoking Man was a Canadian actor too.
Yes.
He was a local, I suppose, or whatever. He was from Canada. Cancer Man. He was good.
Mhm.
I liked him.
Oh, yeah, he was a great villain.
He was really good.
Actually, just a little bit off topic. I want to announce that we're making John, Professor, and I are planning something big.
Okay,
And
Sonequa.
That's all. That's all I'm allowing myself to say.
Well, she said big thing. I don't want to
big
take the
thing, yeah.
Got
the
it.
big
Okay.
thing is her dying a slow and painful death, and we're all going to celebrate that. But that's all I'm going to say about my announcement is that the three of us are planning something big, and I'm going to leave it to John and Jeff to announce what that big thing is.
The big thing.
You have my permission to announce it already.
Okay.
And I think John has already given you permission as well.
All right. Just want to make sure we're good before we do announce this. And this is going to shock you too, Omni. Although, actually, no, it's not going to shock you at all.
I think I've
Because I think
been in
you've
the
been
conversation, but
involved in those
I was busy
conversations too,
today.
or have not looked at those conversations.
Yeah, I was a little bit busy today, but I am sitting down. If that helps.
All
any.
right.
Yeah.
So get
Okay.
ready for this.
Yeah.
Just one final asking of John then in this chat, if it's okay. I know we said it in background, but in the public chat, if it's okay.
You want it on the record?
Yes.
Okay.
Because I don't want to overstep anything.
I pardon you. I pardon.
Beyond Belief, Fact or Fiction with Jonathan Frakes.
Remember Rescue 911 with Shatner? Remember that one?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, it wasn't a bad show, though. Actually, it was pretty good. I used to watch those, too.
So here comes the announcement. Now, John, Jeff, and I have discussed how to fill the void properly where John has to take off from Jeopardy. And there are some details to still work out, but I do believe that the next time John is on hiatus, Jeopardy will still be airing with the substitute host.
Wow.
Now, on whose channel it's going to be, I think it's probably best to leave it. Well, we won't have access to John's channel to do it. By the way, that substitute host will be me. So, Jeff, how would we want to do that? Host it on my channel, or like actually put videos on your channel? What would be best?
I would say put it on your channel. I mean, I really don't have anything on my channel per se. I have no videos.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to say that Thomas was going to host.
Yeah,
or
that's what I
or
thought.
Cinnabon.
Or Mikey.
The game would never happen. And here's your host, John DeMarco, and that whole thing ends, and it just cuts to Jeff's square background. Jeff going, Mikey, you're on, Mikey.
Are you there, Mikey?
That's right.
Mikey.
Mikey.
Can you hear me, Mikey?
Pass, to speak. Pass.
Yeah.
I said I'm on. I'm here.
We love you, Mikey. Oh, it's funny.
Board loads up. First category comes up. Drops out. Jeff goes through all the categories. Mikey comes back. Mikey's in the categories because he's so far behind. Potent potables. Mikey, the game's already started, dude.
Potent potables.
We've had 2 clues revealed already, Mikey.
Even
actually, I think that would be comical. That would actually be very funny.
All right. So then what I'll do then is when I do host, I will keep it kind of like an off the main line Jeopardy, so it won't be like, let's say if it's week 85, John's taking off for week 86. I won't label it week 86. I'll label it as like extra or something like that. Not
supplemental.
Yeah, but it'd still be an
Suck
official
it,
game.
Trebek.
So
asterisk. Yeah. that's it.
asterisk. Yeah,
Be a special
it'd still be an official
episode.
game. So yeah, Omni, when you play, you're gonna be defending your championship. But
Oh, well, okay. I'm always open to do that. That's it. The fix is
But
in
that
according
means,
to others,
I
but
am
hey, I'll have
champion.
to.
Yes.
I'll have to hold
I
it up.
can't, so.
Be ready for the rigging comments.
The rigging. I get constant rigging comments. So I'll have to
Yes.
redirect my Paramount Plus money instead of going to John and Jeff to go to you. Right? Is that how Tokyo? Is that what I have to do? Okay, not a problem.
Actually, send it to Thomas.
Thomas? Okay. Thomas
Yeah.
Potts?
Yeah.
That's funny.
Might dissuade him from. Well, no, Thomas isn't a sellout like that, so I don't think that he'd be like, take your Paramount Plus and shove it up your ass.
That's it. I don't want it. Dirty money. This is
Your
blood
dirty
money.
Paramount Plus subscription. I don't want to watch Jane. I don't want to watch Discovery.
I mean, we're going to watch season 5 when it comes out, but obviously.
Oh yeah. Again,
Hate watch it.
we're gonna hate watch, and I'm gonna end up having reaction videos on it. So
Yeah, we'll have to. Because you'll miss it when it's gone. We're gonna go.
No, I
I'm telling
won't.
you, we're gonna miss new Star Trek content. We'll have less to talk about.
well, I already missed new Star Trek content because we don't have any.
Well, we
The
have
closest
stuff
we got
posing as
was
it.
Picard
Yeah.
3. That was it. That was the closest we got.
Yeah.
I would beg to differ on that. I would say Prodigy.
Mm.
The golden age of Trek. So bad that the Japanese even dropped it.
What's this with Peacock though? I mean, you sent the article, but I didn't get a chance to read it. Are they going to stream? They're trying to
They're in
stream with Peacock.
They're in talks.
Okay.
But of course, it's Anthony Pascale, so he made this big stink about it. Like, oh my gosh.
Yeah. It'll probably have ads though, I'm sure. Even if you're premium, I'm sure they'll throw some ads in there if it's on Peacock.
Oh yeah.
Which, I mean, yeah, whatever is what it is. I'm sure less people. No one's gonna watch it on Peacock. No one's gonna watch it. There's no way.
Not at all.
They could have, although Peacock has, if you go in
I
there,
don't
they have a lot of streaming channels too, like live channels.
Yeah.
I bet they'll do a Star Trek channel, kind of like they have on Pluto and they have on, I guess those free streaming services, right? There's, yeah, even BBC America sometimes does it, but
Tubi.
What's that? Tubi, right? Tubi. They'll have probably a channel which is playing the new Trek. That's what I'm thinking. If you go to the live section on the app, so you don't have to select each episode. It'll just be like a. Yeah, that's what they're probably going to do. Paramount Plus.
Huh? Is there a recall on one of the gas burners that I got? Yeah, I
That's
just
not
got
good.
this suspicious email from Amazon saying
That
that
sounds
there's
as
something-
ominous as book radiation, to be honest with you.
I was just going to ask if Thomas sent it to you.
No, I got a trigger for a can of gas.
Gas.
That turns a can of gas into a blowtorch.
I see.
Apparently, there's a safety thing on here. I was like, I don't really know how to safely use a blowtorch.
What, you mean like a plumber's torch to sweat pipes and stuff, or what do you? Like a propane
No, I
torch?
cook.
Oh.
I cook with it.
Oh, you cook? Oh, I got it. One of those like
Yeah.
camping one.
Yeah, it's a cooking
Okay.
torch.
Got it.
Where was I going on to? Oh, that's right. No, I picked up my phone for something. Trying to see if last time I looked up Paramount Plus when it was supposed to come out here, said could not find it.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm doing the same thing here. and I don't think it's launched here.
So
'Cause
how
it's
do you
not in
watch
the Google
Discovery?
Play Store.
Netflix? It's on Netflix over there?
It's on Star Trek is on Netflix, yeah.
And
But
the new
old
stuff too.
none of the new stuff.
So where's the new stuff hosted in Japan right now? If I wanted to watch the new stuff properly, how would I watch it?
Lower Decks and Picard are on Amazon.
That's it. What about Strange New Worlds when it comes out every week, or
nope,
Discovery?
High Seas for that.
Wow.
Nope, the Japanese do not want it.
Well, you could probably purchase the whole season, like you said, on Amazon, right? That would be the way, right? You can buy individual episodes, I'm sure, right? You can.
No, you can't do that.
You can't do that.
No. Picard and Lower Decks are on Prime, so they're
Prime.
good
Okay.
service. But why would I want to pay money for? The only thing I would actually invest in New Trek would be Picard Season 3 Blu-ray.
I almost bought the Blu-ray the other day of that.
Wonder how much
Yeah,
clearer
saw it
the
at Walmart.
graphics would be when the D flies across the screen. That must be.
It wasn't in the bargain bin, was it already?
Yeah.
No.
'Cause that would hurt.
But you know, I should buy it because Walmart's discontinuing discs soon.
Oh yeah.
We knew that was coming.
So is Best Buy.
Yeah, we knew that was coming. That was coming for years.
Yeah.
And that's the end.
It's in a matter of months. I don't remember if it's next month or May or it's sometime early this year.
I remember it was so special to go into Best Buy. They had everything there, all the DVD box sets. Right, I'm going back 20 years now, but I remember buying the DS9 box sets. Right, and they were expensive. They were like what, $80 at the time, or $100,
like $200, depending where you were.
Well, I don't remember exactly what it was, but you take it home, you open it up. There was something special about it. You know, they had those different box sets and different things, and
that awesome new media smell.
Oh, that smell! Yeah, you get that kind of weird printed ink smell, and yeah, you're right. You're right. That's true. Voyager too. They came out with every season of Voyager. I'd buy them as they came out. Enterprise, that was easier. There's only 3 seasons of those, but
Thomas says buy 20 copies
of season 3.
You buy 20 copies.
Actually,
send Paramount a message.
Should.
We should, right?
Seriously.
Yeah.
Because once everything gets cut and everything goes to digital, the prices of those unopened copies, you open one, you use it on your player, and you play it to death. The other 19 copies, you put on eBay in 6 months. Make thousands.
But for those purists, those 4K folks, and I mean, if you still want to buy discs, you'd have to get them, I guess, from online, right? You have to get them from Amazon or FYE or whatever. You know, there's got to be some places you can buy it, but
digital purity is actually not guaranteed anyway, because now that it's all going to be online streaming and things like that, you can put things through AI with software developed by North Korea and remove people. You can change scenes around. It'll automatically generate scenes for you and really ruin the original movie and the original message that the filmmakers had with the original film. It's gone. Just like in North Korea, they're using that same software where Kim Jong-un removed his uncle, I guess it was, from all the movies that he was in.
Really?
Yeah.
You're writing history, huh?
Yeah.
Speaking of AI upscaling, I mean, I get a lot of my feed, these DS9 clips of AI upscaled. I don't know if you see that in your YouTube feeds, but
no, I do.
They look so good.
I've seen it.
Like, I'm okay with that. Why can't they just do that? Just give me a 2160 whatever upscale and release it on Paramount or something. Like I'd watch that. I'd even buy the discs if they look that good. Like that would. I'm okay with that. It's not cheating to me. It looks good. It looks better. It looks nice on my TV. It cleaned it up.
I wonder if it's going to let me add something. I got to upload.
You don't have to go back and reconstruct the whole series like they did with Star Trek: The Next Generation. It was that's too much. It was just too much work to do that.
They don't want you watching that anymore. They want you to watch Discovery or Strange New Worlds. Or
right. So why invest in the old stuff? Yeah.
Starfleet Academy.
Oh, yuck. Oh, God.
They've removed William Shatner from all the marketing material.
I don't understand that. I really don't. I just don't get it. It makes no sense. So silly. And do you think they're going to remove Pike? Because he said that Pike and number 1 are gone at the end of next season. Do you think that they're going to turn it into a new Star Trek crew with Kirk and Spock and?
No, it sounds like
I didn't hear that.
You sent the article. You sent that, didn't you, in the chat about how their contracts are canceled or something?
I didn't.
I didn't either.
I was reading it somewhere else, but I heard that, the number 1 and Pike, Rebecca Romaine and Anson Mount, they're not coming back after season 3, unless it's just negotiation rumors.
John says Shatner isn't compatible with the message they want to push now, so of course they leave him out of the marketing.
So that means the new Kirk is okay. The new Kirk is compatible. That guy's okay, but Shatner's not. Oh man, such a shame. Such a great guy. He really is.
Yeah.
Stupid.
It is almost lunchtime on my side of the world.
Thomas hasn't seen it either.
I'll try to dig up the article. I'm not trying to spread scurrilous rumors. There was an article about it.
I'm not saying it's false. I just haven't seen it.
It could be fake news that I was reading. It says
John says Newkirk is an idiot, who doesn't even know how to use a revolving door. Sorry, that stupid heart symbol was on top of your who.
I hate that thing. I can't turn that thing off. Well, I did turn it off.
Yeah, you have to turn it off for each stream.
Turns it back on.
Yeah, you can't just globally turn it off.
Okay, I found the article. I think I misread it, though. It was an old article that they weren't returning for Star Trek Discovery Season 3.
That's what I thought.
Because they were in Season 2. That's what it was. So, okay. I was thinking, because we're talking about this, I'm thinking maybe they're going to write these two people off and put the new Kirk in for Season 4 of Strange New Worlds and just let it go from there.
Now, there's been speculation of something like that.
Gotcha. So I guess I put it together. Yeah, wrong.
But I haven't seen anything saying, yeah, this is going to...
Trying to remove it.
It's funny. I like both those characters. Out of all the characters on Strange New Worlds, those two are the strongest in my opinion.
Trying to line everything up for the end of the show, and I accidentally kicked you off the stream, Jeff. I'm sorry.
You kicked him off? He's right there.
Yeah, for all of like 15 milliseconds.
No problem.
That's an eternity for an Android. New Kirk is an idiot who doesn't even know how to use a revolving door. Thank you, John. That's funny.
Yeah.
I believe I just said that.
You did. I was reading an article. And I missed it. I was elsewhere for that.
I'm just playing.
He's nowhere to be found. Wait, Jeff was here? He was, but not anymore.
He called me. He begged me for help. Oh, one of him.
Where does Captain Decker fit into New Trek? I'm curious. Is he? No, he's out too, right? Yeah, he's out.
So stupid. I wish they would cancel the show. I wanted Strange New World because I thought Anson Mount was awesome as Pike. But
he is, but they're not using him right.
Just like, do you know the story of the monkey paw? Where well, that's exactly what it is. You get your wish, but it's not exactly what you wished for.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
With a twist
like
of
the
evil.
genie story. Yeah.
With a twist of evil. Like when the old couple at the end of the story, they lost their son in an accident, and then they wished for their son to come back, and this monster coming back. The husband's like, "Don't answer the door. It's not him." Yeah. That's what we got. That is Star Trek today.
Ugh. Thomas Potts. And Jeff claims I'm brainwashed, yet Omni loves SMW. Yeah, I'm trying to love Strange New Worlds. I've said it before. I'm trying desperately to like it. I really am. Because
I don't even try. That was a good
Well,
actor.
Thomas, at least he doesn't believe these wild stories that you do.
Scurrilous. Mount is a good actor, but he can only do so much with the garbage. Garbage! Time to take out the garbage. Writing he's given on SNCH. Strange New
Continuity Headaches.
Thank you. Okay.
I came up with that one.
I like that one, actually. That's pretty good. What does Mr. VP call it? He calls
the real damn dumb cannon show.
Well, he calls it Puke-scovery, right? Is that what he calls it? Discovery and
Discovery.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm not talking about Puke Discovery. I'm talking about Enterprise. That other damn dumb cannon show. The writing on that cannon show is just as bad as the Puke Discovery. Get off my stream.
Be careful, you sound like Bernie Sanders, right? Is that what he says?
Yeah. What? Tokyo, I don't understand why you make me sound like Bernie Sanders.
Bernie Sanders. Oh, that's funny.
The Gorn. I said Star Trek 6, the undiscovered country. Where's my points, Jeff?
I felt bad about that. I mean, I didn't hear him. I honestly
Nobody
didn't
heard
hear
him.
Nobody
I went
heard
back
it.
and
Yeah.
replayed it.
I didn't hear him.
I went back and replayed it, and we were not waiting another 20 minutes for him to come back or for the sound to catch up. He didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
He was
handicapped
silent.
with that internet connection he has.
The game is very timed. You know, has a very time schedule to it.
Mhm.
You know, and you got to keep to that, or you just lose the pacing.
That's true.
Exactly.
Unlike A Question of Trek, where it kind of meanders a bit, right? You got
Yeah,
a lot of time
We're not as strict with the timing on
Yeah.
AQOT.
And my awesome friend Mercer Create, great guy, great Jeopardy player, knows his stuff. One of the Titans.
Oh yeah.
Proud to have him among us Titans of the show. But man, and I love the guy, but I gotta say it. His 25-minute speeches after every answer he gets right. I mean, I might say a quote or two, but he takes us to school, and that slows the game.
But shows how much he remembers of the show, like the little details that I don't remember. I'm sure that you guys don't, but it shows how much he's absorbed.
And
you know,
We give him a little latitude, but
yeah,
we'll rein him in if he goes too far.
Yeah. It's like I got the answer right, nobody else got it, and I'm going to show you why I'm going to kick your asses right now. Take notes.
Take notes.
There will be a quiz afterwards.
Those anagrams, I couldn't deal with those anagrams last week, though. That was my brain does not work like that. Those anagrams, no good.
I love those anagrams. Those are the best.
I couldn't get it. I was staring at it. I turn my head to the side. I look left. I look right. I look up. I could not. I can't unjumble those words.
One.
Did you?
I got all but one. Yeah, the 400 I didn't get. I don't remember what it was now, but
I got the 500 planet one, and I don't remember what episode the planet Mariposa was from.
Was that from Up the Long Ladder? Or no? That was the ship Mariposa.
Yes, Thomas. There's also the guy who keeps saying he lost just before he wins.
Is he talking about me?
No, not you.
He's not talking about me either, because the last couple of days when I say I lost, I lose.
You did lose, right? I was gonna say
bad.
Half the time you'll say congratulations, Omni, you won, and then 5 minutes later, Tokyo, you're the champion.
Right.
But that hasn't happened in like 2 months now.
Oh, yes, it has.
No.
Yes.
So I was right, John.
I thought I got right,
the ship was the
and
Mariposa.
then Omni over here is like, Tiger uppercut. Gone.
Tiger. So John said, yes, up the long ladder. The ship was the Mariposa. It means butterfly. But then they used the same name for the planet. Okay.
Yeah.
As opposed to the Bringloidy, whatever that means. The Irish folk.
It's like I didn't think the answer was Mariposa, but then the answer came out to be Mariposa, and I'm like, son of a bitch, why am I not playing this? Oh, that's right, because Omni handed me my ass.
No, you were right there with me. You came into final.
Not for that one.
Well, hold on.
That
the
was
first
game
game, you were like 300 points or something, or less than 1,000 points behind me going into final. You were right there. You were literally right next to me.
Yeah, that was the Shoryuken.
What's the dragon kick? What is that one called?
Tatsumaki Senpurukak.
That one, yes. Tatsumaki
Senpurukak.
That's right.
Or as Peter Griffin would say, he got the Hadouken and the Shoryuken right, but he couldn't say Tatsumaki.
I can't say it either.
Tatsumaki Senpurukak.
I thought E Honda said, "Oh boy," but you schooled me on that one. You said it's not "Oh boy," it's something else.
Dusquoise, and I can't spell it.
Oh boy,
he's saying Dusquoise, and it's a traditional, stereotypical sumo rant.
Sumo, right? Yeah, it's sumo stuff.
Yeah,
E Honda.
Yeah, Thomas. Unfortunately, yeah, you did miss a few weeks where Omni has been the reigning champion for the last 3.5.
It goes, and honestly, it has to do with the categories. When John can mess me up too, and I'm not going to give away my weak points, but I mean, some of those ones he's had, I can't. I mean, some of those ones that are very specific with like star dates and other. I mean, come on, man. But if the visual ones, I'm on them, and TNG and others, yeah. But if he starts going to the animated series, it's some weird. I've lost several times. Those anagrams were hard for me. I'll be very honest with you. That was not easy.
The ships were awesome.
Yeah,
a couple of weeks ago when you had ships, I still lost that game though too. But
which ships? Which one was that? The
ship anagrams, like at 500
right
before John finished the category. I was like, Honshu.
Only loses when PayPal is down. Thanks, Thomas. That's great. A game that has no impact on anything. Yes, I'm paying for the answers. You're right. That's exactly what I'm doing. Note to self, wrote more TAS. Listen to me, John. You would if you could. You know you would. You would. Everybody would be passing. If you did that, you know what I'm talking about, John. Everybody would pass. It would be a boring game. Pass.
That would be the category. I'll take pass for 500 out. So what category? Oh, so here's the 100 clue. Pass for 100.
Yeah, pass. Pass.
Animated series episode. Pass.
Right.
Before he even finishes it.
Yeah, that's rough. That's rough.
Just have to watch TAS.
I guess I should. I'll be very honest with you. I fall asleep watching them. I really do. They're not holding my attention. They really do. Yeah.
When I was
Some
little,
of them are quite good.
Can't really bring myself to watch them because they're not friendly on the eyes. I mean, Koloth on the view screen. Omni, I'm not sure if you.
I've seen that. He's brown. I've seen the. I remember the picture of him.
It's
with the
Koloth
mustache
on the view screen.
Right.
Koloth on the bridge. Koloth back in the view screen.
It did have some issues.
I used to love He-Man though, and that was the same folks, right?
Same folks, but they had more time to do the stuff on He-Man that they did.
Okay, it was the 80s.
Very
10 years
little
later.
mistakes. Star Trek was rushed.
It was early 70s, right? It was like 73 or something.
Mid
70s.
Yeah, I think.
And He-Man was 84, 85. So it was 10 years later. I guess they improved the animation techniques. But I used to love He-Man. I mean, that was my favorite show as a kid.
My favorites when the turbo lift. There was one frame in one episode where the turbo lift doors were off. Like not. In some frames, there's no turbo lift doors at all, but sometimes the turbo lift doors are like at an angle, like an old Russian train. And I think one of the turbo lift doors was intersecting with Uhura's head.
It's not Japanese animation though, right? The Filmation people. It was a different technique they used though.
They're all Americans.
But it was a different technique, right? It was a different something with the background moving. It wasn't a traditional animation technique. They did it in a way to do it fast. Like the background didn't move. They just changed like the foreground people, right?
Yeah.
That's what something with that. I remember the
That's
filmation.
basically what Hanna-Barbera did, though, too. They just did the foreground animation. And when they had somebody running, they just put the background on like a scroll and just turned it.
That's right. Yeah, you can see him running.
They did the same thing in Star Trek. They just turned it.
I know it was a more cost-effective way to do animation, that filmation technique, whatever it was. Because I mean, if you did an animated, let's say a Disney feature, that costs so much money and the time to do that, right? To do it, to draw every cell. It's just
it took them what, 6 years to do the original Lion King,
and that was the last one.
Long time.
Wasn't that the last one? They actually went last animated. I mean, you had what was it? Little Mermaid. Then they had the Lion King, and then what was after that? That was pretty much it, right?
I think that was their last hand-drawn one. Was
maybe Mulan or something like that, or whatever. Yeah, or Aladdin, right?
Aladdin was before.
That was before. Okay,
I think. Yeah. Aladdin was before, and then the Lion King came out. Yeah.
But you're right. It took 6 years to produce that movie. I mean, yeah, it was just those guys were incredible.
I had no idea it took them that long.
Oh, it's a long time to do that movie, and then
by hand.
It was all by hand. And the backgrounds and everything were hand painted, and then they started using Flash and doing a combination of hand animations with CG, or not really CG, but computer managed imagery. Hand-drawn sprites for the main characters and the main action, but everything else, like the backgrounds and details, were all done in Photoshop.
It says here, The Little Mermaid was the final Disney animation produced using traditional hand-drawing cell methods. Disney used a mixture of digital coloring in the later movies after The Little Mermaid.
Little Mermaid?
Yep. But they still hand-drew them in the later ones, but they used, like you said, there was some kind of digital coloring and stuff to help out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Back when Disney had integrity.
I still love the old Warner Brothers cartoons. Those are my favorite.
I do too.
You know, the Looney Tunes,
the old Max Fleischers.
Well, the Max Fleischers, like was it Felix the Cat and Popeye and Betty Boop? Yeah.
Yeah.
Those are primitive, but they're fun to watch.
I love smear technique.
That's
I don't know why, but smear technique just looks so much better on the eyes than what it is. Whereas the traditional cell by cell, it looks a lot more smooth when you do smear.
And that would be what, like you said, like that's what Popeye, that's what Fleischer did, or is that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what the old Bugs Bunny up to the old Bugs Bunny cartoons. Disney started doing smear, and then I think Max Fleischer was working for Disney, and then
really,
he did Steamboat Willie stuff. That was all done in smear technique, and then he started doing like Daffy Duck, Donald Duck, Daffy Duck, Bugs Bunny, was mostly in smear technique.
Those guys were so on top of their game. Those like I guess late 40s or early 50s Warner Brothers.
And it looks so good too. With it actually smear technique. If anybody doesn't know what we're talking about, that's when they actually took the cell and smeared it across the camera, the big camera machine that was taking the pictures for the animation, and it would smear it. So it will look like what we would call today motion blur.
Mm.
And then, of course, most of the keyframes would be smeared across the camera. And then, kind of like an accordion, they bring the back of the frame into position and start again. But you can see just how, like, it's unmistakable. It's fast, but it's unmistakable. It just looks so much more smooth.
And what do you, I mean, you're in Japan, obviously, but the anime, that's a totally different flavor of animation with the backgrounds again, right? Moving differently and that Dragon Ball kind of look, right? And
anime is actually one of the cheapest forms of animation to produce. And I'll tell you why. They use more templates and only animate like mouths and eyes.
Mm.
They don't animate as much. I'll put it another way. If they don't have to touch it to make a scene work, they don't.
They'll move his lips a little bit, like he said. They'll draw his lips, like his eyebrows go up or something, and yeah.
Yeah. And to avoid, like, using like a spindle to run a background through, what they'll do is they'll do that flashy, seizure-inducing background of all the colors and stuff to, give you a sense of speed or power and whatnot, and that's how they cheat. Very little anime that's produced en masse looks good.
But I loved the Thundercats. That was another one I was a big fan of as a kid.
Thundercats was not Funimation. Was Funimation? Who did Star Trek? I forgot.
No, it's not Filmation. It was not
Filmation.
Them. It wasn't. It was something else, and it was Japanese. The whole crew. If you look at the credits of Thundercats, they were all Japanese. The voices and stuff obviously were done here, but and it had a different look. It didn't look anime at the time. It looked different. It had its own flavor. I think that style of animation, but it was good.
According to the very non-academic source of Wikipedia, was animated at Pacific Animation Corporation, which is Disney. But it was a Japan-based studio, but it's Disney. So Thundercats was produced by Disney.
Okay, indirectly through that Pacific.
According to this, directly.
Oh, okay. I didn't know it was Disney.
Yeah, it's Disney.
Huh.
But no, indirectly. It says Warner Brothers. I don't understand how it's.
Maybe they sold. Maybe the company got sold throughout
Probably,
the years.
Yeah.
But that had a really good look, a unique look to it. Like it just, I always enjoyed that show too. Yeah. And
just the animation was done in Japan.
It was just incredible. It was different at the time. It didn't look. It looked more cinematic somehow. I don't know how I can describe it, but the coloring, everything was just different. I like Batman the Animated Series. That was great at the time.
That was fantastic.
And I guess if you compare that stuff to the newer things, it looks primitive, but I still liked the original ones. It was good.
Yeah. You can tell in the older stuff. Like there's this anime franchise I absolutely love called Bubblegum Crisis. Look it up. There's two versions of the Bubblegum Crisis main story. There's the main story produced in the 1980s, and then there's one called Bubblegum Crisis Tokyo 2040. Tokyo 2040 sucked. The original is where it's at. And it's filled with pop culture references up the anus of the era. Like the music is unashamed to be complete ripoffs of pop American music of the era. There's a ton of Star Trek references. There's a ton of Top Gun references. The series is phenomenal. And it could be published today and made today because it's about a group of 4 women who join up and go after a mega corporation that's killing everybody. Freaking awesome. You can tell that it was drawn in the 1980s because you can see the crayon lines on some of this coloring.
And welcome, Patrick.
Welcome back, Patrick, to the end of the broadcast because we're going to be signing out just a little bit. I got to eat, and we're going on the 3-hour mark.
That's it.
John goes 4.
John goes 4.
Well, with the show, though. With the content, right? I mean...
Yeah. And Doomcock goes 8.
Oh, on his Friday Night Frolics?
Yeah.
He is an endless source of energy, that guy.
Like, I would go to bed when he would start streaming, and he'd be in the middle of it 6 hours later when I wake up.
Thanks for the super chat.
He'll be streaming 2 hours later when I'm at work.
He'd be singing. He'll sing songs, right? He does. I mean, I mean, amazing.
John goes 4, but I get hungry. Plus, there's a promo I need to get out of the way here for the Sunday show. All right, so let's go ahead and stop talking about wrapping up and actually start doing it. You can catch Omnicast. Omni, you don't have any original content coming up? Or
no, I'm just hanging out with you guys. My comrade in arms, my friends in Trek.
Awesome. And you can catch Omnicast on the next episode of Jeopardy, on John DeMarco's channel. I believe John is coming back next week with Jeopardy Week 81, where Omnicast is the reigning champion, and he'll have to go against me again because it's just obligatory, and I'm out for blood.
You're out for blood. Duly noted.
And I believe you can also catch him occasionally on A Question of Shrek when they are airing. They are not airing this week.
No.
And Jeff, if you want to plug them and whatever other projects you've got.
Well, as already mentioned, I'm on A Question of Trek. I'm the scorekeeper, game board runner, judge, question reviewer, whatever you want to call me. I probably do it on that show. We have a lot of fun. We have people come up and play a little trivia, Star Trek trivia, and we'd love to have you on the show. So if you want to get on the show, get a hold of me, get a hold of Continuum Trek, let us know you want to be on the show, and we'll try to get you on the show. We're not going to be having a show tomorrow, unfortunately, but we'll hopefully be back 1 week from tomorrow. That would be on Sunday, the 25th of February, at our regular time of 11 a.m. Eastern. So look for us then. I'm also on Life with Matthew's channel on Monday nights at 10:30 p.m. Eastern. I'm on all different hours of the day, and we're reviewing Babylon 5. We're going to be having a show this coming Monday on the 19th, which is President's Day in the United States.
Yes.
You didn't remember that, but we will have a show. It's episode 1 of season 1, Midnight on the Firing Line, Babylon 5. We're going to be watching it. We're going to be talking over it and talking about it afterwards. So we'd love to have you join us. That's on Life with Matthew's channel Monday night at 10:30 p.m. Eastern Time, 9:30 p.m. Matthew time.
How were the ratings on the first show, if you don't mind me asking?
I don't know.
Professor?
I didn't ask.
Yeah.
But we had a lot of people watching, so
Right.
I would say it's pretty good. And Matthew has not done anything like that for almost 2 years. So
okay.
Yeah.
The fact that he drew him in, I thought was really, really good.
I think you're going to see it spike.
And Thomas says, who?
I can't edit this crap. I was hoping you guys could talk a little bit longer while I edit the description.
Of course, I'm the game board runner, scorekeeper on Jeopardy on Saturday nights at 9 p.m. Saturday nights, 9 p.m. Eastern time on John DeMarco's channel. We'd love to have you there too. Maybe you can come up and play a game against these super giants of Tokyo and Omnicast, and we've got some other great players that come on as well. We'd love to have you on the show. So come on the show and play Jeopardy with us. More Star Trek trivia.
It's good. Gave you about 15 more seconds, 20 seconds there. It's pretty good.
And John says Jeopardy should be returning next week at the usual time. So there you have it.
Yep.
Come back 1 week from today, February the 24th, 2024 at 9 p.m. Eastern time. We'd love to have you there.
Now you bought him about a minute.
All right.
How'd you do, Chuck?
I'm trying.
That was good. That was not bad.
I got the description changed.
Okay.
All right. So in the description, folks, here for the live replay on both chats, I'm going to send it here. My Discord server for the Tokyo Gaijin Live Discord server. Please join up with that if you have not already. Please don't forget to like and subscribe here on YouTube, like and follow here on Rumble. And if you have it within your hearts to want to subscribe to me on Rumble, you may do so. It's very much appreciated. Love each and every one of you. And as a perk, you'll also have your name in the credits of all of my live streams on Rumble. So head on over to Rumble if you want to be part of that and helping this channel grow and help me bring more content to you. Be very much appreciated and welcome. And I want to thank my guests here as well. Of course, Omnicast, my brother from another.
Absolutely. Yes, sir.
Without him, Tokyo Gaijin Versus series is nothing.
We do have fun.
And thank you to Professor Brainy Specs for coming up and hanging out with us for the end of the show.
Thank you for inviting me. It was my pleasure.
And you should come back as many times as you can, because you are more than welcome to come up here anytime, every time we have the Tokyo Gaijin Versus. So the next Tokyo Gaijin Versus, I am not sure when that is going to be. Stay tuned. Follow me on the Discord server. Come join my Discord server and find out. We'll make announcements when the next Tokyo Gaijin Versus is coming up. However,
and suggestions are welcome too for the next episode. If you guys have any suggestions of fan films you want us to go through, please put it on the Discord. Let us know.
Indeed. I also have that the channel ready to go for that as well. And for my Rumble viewers, every Sunday night at 7:30 p.m. Eastern, which is Monday morning at 9:30 a.m., will be my weekly show, Sunday Night Live with the Tokyo Gaijin. And I'm going to leave you with the promo for that show and call it a night. We discuss, or I rather rant, it's a big op-ed, on current events and politics and things that YouTube does not like to have talked about on their non-free speech platform, or speech-controlled and censored platform.
But it's perfect on Rumble. You know, the people on Rumble like that stuff, the content, so it's a good fit for that.
So join us on Rumble. The Rumble link to this video should be in the description. Might not be. If it's not, I'll have to add it. I'm pretty sure I thought I did. But actually, I don't believe it is. And if it was, I know exactly where you can find the Rumble stream. Join my Discord server, and it's there. I promise. You can join us on Rumble. And one more piece of advertising out of the way. Babylon 5 watch parties and review Mondays at 10:30 p.m. Eastern with Life of Matthew. I saw the pilot, and it was awesome. These guys are wonderful.
They are very good. And good content.
Thank you.
Standing ovation to the presentation, and just go watch it when it comes back on, folks. So that's going to do it for me and for this broadcast. Thank you all so much for joining us, and thank you, viewer, who are watching us on the replay. And we're running about 3 hours and 5 or 3 hours and 6 right now, and you could have been anywhere else on the internet, but you enjoyed and chose to hang out with us for the last 3 hours. So thank you very much. And we'll see you all again soon. Take care.
Live long and
In
prosper.
a world where the wheels of power never stop turning, where the halls of government echo with impassioned debate and the streets pulse with the rhythm of protest, we find ourselves caught in a storm of turmoil and change. Every corner of the globe, from the imposing walls of the Kremlin to the bustling nightlife of Tokyo, is imbued with an energy that is as volatile as it is captivating. The tension is palpable, a thick fog of uncertainty that hangs over us, touching every aspect of our lives. In the shadow of military might, we see the stark reality of conflict, the relentless march of tanks, and the thunderous roar of artillery serving as a chilling reminder of the potential for destruction. That destruction has come alive in our own backyards, as violent protests burn cities to the ground. On the streets, we see the devastation caused by a failed administration, veterans turned into villains, rooted out of our society. No longer lauded as heroes, their plight is a sobering reminder that the very country they fought for has failed them. The southern border, a flashpoint of controversy, stands as a symbol of those same failed policies in Washington. Open borders that are continuing to destroy our nation from within. The world of finance, with its frenzied pace and high stakes, is a battlefield of its own. The stock markets, with fewer highs and devastating lows, are arenas where fortunes are made and entire economies are lost in the blink of an eye. Let's talk about it. Join us Sundays at 7:30 p.m. Eastern, Mondays at 9:30 a.m. Tokyo time, for Sunday Night Live with the Tokyo Gaijin, right here only on Rumble. Please follow and subscribe.
A presentation of the Tokyo Gaijin channel.